Shout out to Kobe.
On Monday, July 4th. Have you all ever seen anything greater in sports than Joey Chestnut,
Uh,
14-time champ, multiple championships in the eating contest, and the reigning champ 6 times in a row? Have you
you
ever
know,
seen anything greater in
look it.
sports? Tom Brady has nothing on the motherfucking Joey Chestnut, baby. Nothing on Joey Chestnut. You want to talk about GOAT? You better talk. You better, the first words out of your mouth better be Joey motherfucking Chestnut, not Tom Brady. What's his middle name? Leroy? What's Tom Brady's future in
I
the
believe
world?
it's Jefferson. I believe it's Jefferson.
It's something crazy. Nobody knows because it doesn't matter because he's not the GOAT like
Skip
Joey
Bailey says it
Jaw.
every day.
Joey Jaws Chestnut, baby. You ever heard of that guy? July 4th, you better tune in and you better respect his motherfucking name.
Yo,
The guy swallows more dogs than anybody in one day in a year.
peep this. You see how I was talking about entertainment value? You take a damn hot dog contest and you put a man in an old school 20 style, a barbershop quartet style hat, screaming and yelling about people eating hot dogs. The level of entertainment and production put on by my man, it's George something. That dude is out here cutting promos and introducing people
Oh,
like they're
that
coming
dude.
down to the
Yeah.
ring, like they're coming down to the ring in WrestleMania, bro. Okay, this is what I'm talking about for a mustard belt. Okay, and then don't sleep on old girl who has won. Uh, I think about a few less times in a row. I can't remember what her name is, but she has won just a few less times than Joey Chestnut, all in a row too. So don't sleep on her. But hey, I know people who can't even watch this because it's so gluttonous. I can't help but watch it. It is the great. It's one of the greatest things in the world on the 4th of July, bro. Is watching this damn thing and all the pageantry and just people wilding out there on Coney Island, going crazy for Nathan's hot dogs and French fries, man.
Dude, I always couldn't over the years I've watched it, I was like, man, that makes my stomach a little queasy sometimes, right? But man, the competition that they've got in the last like 6, 10 years of just everybody being there. Joey Chestnut lost to Stoney in like 2015, I think, after he
Okay,
won the previous one. So,
yeah,
and then he got back in it and then dominated last year. I think the TV I was watching last year glitching at work, so I didn't even get to see the whole thing. And I think they actually had like a whole ESPN outage or whatever. But dude, these guys and girls are savages, bro. There's nothing more to look forward to on Monday than spending time with your family. But then watching the national hot dog eating contest, the Nathan's National Hot Dog Eating Contest on Monday. That is the shit you need to be doing on Monday. For sure.
what's your hot dog number?
For him,
No, what's your number?
me,
Yeah,
in a minute,
yeah.
if I had to, two.
I would probably say, man. I mean, a real living human that is not gluttonous to that level and extent. I mean, it's got to be like three or four. I mean,
Yeah.
the buns and all of that is what's crazy. And I don't know that this is strategy and all of that, but a wet bun, I'm throwing up all over that table.
Yeah, I would too. I would too. That's wild. Aaron doesn't have any participation in the Nathan's hot dog eating contest right now. I bet I
I'm
bet
I'm I'm right there. I'm right there with homie. I would throw that shit up too.
10 minutes. If I could do two a minute, I could probably do two a minute in 10 minutes. So what's that? 20? If I
Yeah,
had
but they're
to.
doing like he's doing like 60.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
he's
the
doing
girl is doing
76 and
and
10.
the girl is doing 48 and a half.
Which, by the way, gets her a lot of dudes liking her on social media.
Ain't that the truth? We need to go there. All right. So, hey, I just wanted to let everybody know about the National Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Championship on Monday. Peep it out. It's going to be awesome. Hey, I don't know. Hey, that might be a promo. They might as well just cut us a check next year. Say, hey, you guys need to roll up here to Coney Island. Hey, we'll be down. Send us to Coney Island. We'll come hang out for the day. We'll promote your shit. We got it all down.
I'll do it for a couple of boxes of Nathan's fries. I mean,
hey, well, homie's a little bit more generous than I am. I'm doing it for a couple $1,000 in a paid trip. So, and a nice 5-star hotel, as long with, yeah, we'll just stop it at that because everything else will get taken care of once we get there. But we know how that rolls. So, all right, you dumb bitches. Let's start off with I'm talking to both of you dumbasses who helped me move, by the way. Oh, yeah, you didn't do that because you're a bunch of fucking liars. Although homie did say he would pay for whatever I needed. I didn't ask. So, he said he'd deliver pizza. He said he'd deliver a bottle. Didn't do that. But, that's all right, though. I didn't ask. So he's off the hook.
Hey, I got to throw the offer out there because I'm ducking and dodging that responsibility from anybody. I don't care if it was my damn mama. I'm like, why you can't? Why you ever heard of movers?
Yeah, evidently I thought I had some, but that didn't happen. But anyways, all right, we had to start with the National Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Championship. But hey, real quick before we get on to the NFL, because I know we have a lot to say about that. I know homie's heart is wrenched into this because we've talked about the WWE before. And homie, we talked offline about this shit too. And I want you to bring this up. Hope you remember these fools that have these millionaires and billionaires, right? How we've talked about over the years. And homie's going to have a little bit more on this, I think, than I do. But Vince McMahon had to step down and Joe Laurinaitis is on leave. $3 million in hush money, right? Remember when hush money was good? You could just pay hush money to anybody back in the day.
People would actually hush.
All these people that would actually hush about it and not be seen, not be heard from again. And that was the thing that these people do. So the WWE has some nonsense going on in their in their brand right now. So I just saw today, homie, that another a female referee from the 1980s also is claiming the RAPE against old Vince. So this shit's gonna get wild soon. So there might not be no more Vince ever again in the WWE. He's gonna go silent for a while. And homie, who'd you say as we get into the NFL, because there's a lot of NFL moguls who we've discussed over the years. Jerry Jones, Robert Kraft, Daniel Snyder, who's still ongoing investigation. We can all get into that. We can wrap this all into one because I know there's a lot of allegations that we're going to talk about. So, what do you got on this, homie? Because, and I know Barkov's going to jump in here soon, but that's just what I wanted to lead it off with before we get in. This is all NFL related because it's all billionaire related, and a lot of this stuff that has to do with the NFL is billionaire related right now.
Oh, I mean, my whole observation was the fact that it just seems like it's a rough ass time to be rich out here doing rich things now. Okay, because back in the day, like you talked about earlier, back in the day, you gave somebody some hush money and they hushed. They shut the fuck up. Okay. And they didn't ask no more questions. It was over. Nowadays, it seemed like people will go back now because of what's going on and go, oh, these people are uber rich. I don't care nothing about an NDA I signed. I'm talking about down the line. All the people you said, Donald Trump, the owner of the damn Phoenix Suns, everybody who's had something go on. You used to be able to get rid of shit like that when you were rich back in the day. That does not exist anymore. Getting rid of anything for good does not exist anymore. They will go back 30 years on you now. You know what I'm saying? Something that you thought was buried, that was a skeleton that was fully buried, right?
All right, real quick, this is a personal question right here. So 30 years ago, you can go back on allegations of whatever the
Anything,
situation is.
anything.
Anything. But can you go back on allegations of defamation of character and wrongful termination?
Well, that's all Johnny Depp was just doing right now, was trying to clear his name for something that a chick said, that she put out there in the world about what kind of individual he was. It's the same thing that was going on.
Okay, good to know. Noted.
You know what I'm saying? I just don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. It's just all bad because, I mean, you think about what old dudes said back in the day. Now, if we was all rich, would we be enjoying ourselves, or would nowadays we would be like mad sheltered? We wouldn't be able to get out there and hit the scene. You know what I'm saying? Looking
But I think
fresh,
it's
ready to
different.
do anything that rich dudes do. You get what I'm saying? Because word
But
travels fast around here.
well, and I was gonna save this for the Deshaun Watson scenario that we are gonna
I
talk
can't get a
about.
massage. I can't be a shower table boy.
I was gonna save this, but this pertains to the billionaire Robert Kraft, Mike Daniel Snyder's, uh, all Vince McMahon's, all that stuff, right? When you had the young kid, I don't even know his name, don't even want to know his name. Joe Francis from Girls Gone Wild, right?
Him too.
He threw this out there. He started this whole new rendezvous of bullshit that was going on, right? And so all these people saw that, all these billionaires saw that, and then they started going off, oh, I want to be young again. I want to do it this way, and thought they'd get away with it. So he's kind of the intricate part of this, in my opinion. He's in the middle, right? Because it was right when all this was going down. If you look when the Girls Gone Wild shit came out, and that's why I had it in my Deshaun Watson notes, because Deshaun Watson grew up checking out the Girls Gone Wild video. We all did. Let's not lie,
Mm-hmm.
right? We knew about that. So,
Totally different circumstance.
Yeah, it's a little bit different though, because you look at how. Okay, so look, what dude was doing was basically getting paid off of these videos, capturing people who weren't paid actors on tape, and that was his problem. And then what happens is stories about how what operates during these parties start circulating. But you notice what happened is we didn't hear about this back then. We hearing about it now. Somebody dug all of this shit up and started somebody started saying, "Oh, let me think about Jeffrey Epstein right damn now." Dude, come on, man. When you was rich back in the day, people just rolled with what went on, man. And I'm trying to tell you, all the rich people privileges is falling off. You might not
well,
want to be rich because what did the boy Donald Trump say? Donald Trump says you could grab them by the pussy. When you're rich,
It's
they'll
it's
let you do it.
it's not that
They'll
simple.
let you do it.
And here's why it's not that simple. The money has gotten so big that Anonymous is right. In the day, you could get away with it by paying them off. But the money now with social media and TMZ and all
Yeah.
this stuff that's going, and honestly, I told Jason this today at lunch. The sugar daddy explosion.
Yep.
The amount of young women, you'd be shocked.
Been doing this.
I teach high school. I'm still shocked. The number of teenage girls that admit they have a sugar daddy that's damn near their age of their dad. So my point being
This is a
is
thing.
it's become so socially norm that you can't pay them off anymore. So
Nope.
so Anonymous is right. In the day, you could do it in the 70s and 80s because that was something, and I got money and nobody knew about it, and we didn't have uh, you know cell phones and
Socials, none of
media and
this.
all that, and I
Camera
can hide it from
phones.
my girlfriends and no one's ever going to find out. But in an era where girls literally will do OnlyFans in their home down the hallway from where their dad wakes up every
Straight
day.
up.
And they're literally doing nudes while their dad is getting ready for work. You need to have legal representation to close this off. So when I say it's a
But
different
NDAs
era,
don't matter no more neither. Because look at Stormy Daniels. She was like, I don't care about no NDA. Whatever you want to do.
but here's
I want to
why
snitch.
though. Here's why. How old was that one? That was from
True.
the 90s.
Yeah, she was
So
busted by now.
and that's where the money's bigger. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So
That's
yeah,
people's memories get good.
you can come after my $50 million from 1995. TV just gave me 200 million. So hey, go ahead. I still got $150 million in the bank. So you're right. They don't matter anymore. But it all comes down to the economics,
Yep.
the
Look at how much you're
inflation.
making now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's if you did some dirt in the 1990s. Now
Yep.
we had this, and I'm not going to go down this 3 hour rabbit hole again.
All right, let's let you finish
The
it
cancel
out, and
culture
then
is different. Cancel culture is different. But the difference now that a homie brought up, you can still hide it. But if you're going to hide shit from the 80s and 90s, you better be ready to write another check.
Yep.
Because that check you wrote in 1995, she got a bigger check from a TMZ in 2020, 21, 22.
The
So
old
you better
price
be able
is
to
not the new
you
price.
and by the way, the price they gave
facts.
her will cover the lawsuit. You won't, because the
Yep.
lawsuit is what? You gave me $500,000 and you're gonna sue me for what, 1 million? You can't sue me for everything. And they gave me 25 million. So figure this shit out. So that's the difference. That's it all ended
Dude,
there. That's the only
when we
difference.
talking about numbers like this, and I make this and I do this for a living, just like my man used to say, you wasn't on the court with me shooting free throws, and that's why I don't want to give you half my money in a divorce. Dude, I'm staying my ass in the house. This is a
when
different
we're
era right
when
here.
we're
Don't let me come up. I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna be at the
and
house, bro.
Jason all
Exactly
into
what I
here.
was gonna say.
I
Jason
can't even
all
go.
into here. When we're in an era where I can go on Facebook and see girls that I used to teach in class openly advertise their
That's wild.
websites. You know what
That's
I'm saying?
wild.
I don't need to name the websites, but their mama, their grandmama, everybody they went to high school with, their coworkers, everyone they know in life is following them on Facebook. And Facebook's archaic.
It's
And we're
out
not
there.
talking about Instagram and Snap. We're talking about Facebook where everyone can see it. And I can go on and click on your Facebook story because at the top of my page, oh, so and so's got a story. And you're advertising, hey, $5 for the next 25 people to sign up. You know what? If you're a millionaire that did some dirt 30 years ago and girls are not advertising shit for $5, you might want to go back and make sure you cut her a new check because the money's different today and the society's different today. That's where I'll leave it at. So,
Facts. All right, well, let's get into NFL because that just
Don't get
rolls
rich,
right
people.
into it. Rolls right into the Deshaun Watson. Everybody's tired of hearing about Deshaun. I'm tired of hearing about Deshaun Watson. That motherfucker better not see the field until all this shit is fucking cleared up.
Why would you even say that?
Cases.
why would you say that when you know what we're about to say?
Because the fact that he's done, bro. He's gonna be. He hasn't played in a year.
No, that's the whole
He's
point. I want to see him play the game. I ain't got time for all this
nobody
extra
wants
bullshit.
to see him play the game because he's gonna be terrible anyways.
Well,
Because
I want to see that too.
if he has a half a head on his shoulders, then he's gonna play terrible. He's gonna get laughed out of the building. So yeah, people want to see that too. So how does the NFLPA go to back a player who they know who's representing their brand for a lesser suspension than what all the allegations? I know they're allegations, proven innocent until guilty or whatever the hell the saying is. How does the NFLPA defend this guy to get a lesser sentence if that's the case when they've never ever done that before in the Players Association? And Barcott and I had mentioned
Ain't
this
no
before.
charges.
No,
There's no
they're
film.
still
Ray
representing
Rice
the
was
teams.
different. Ray Rice
They didn't
was
back Ray
different.
Rice.
They didn't have to. They
Yeah,
had
they
a
didn't have
video.
to. You seen what happened?
The dude that the Cowboys signed, the girlfriend had a video. This now and Jason, I agree. We talked about it.
So there's no videos in
There's
massage
no.
parlors.
There,
I hope not.
They went. Robert Kraft
clearly
got
not.
one. Robert Kraft got the video, and that was
he just happened to be within a damn a sting of what was that damn child
right.
The whole situation. It was a whole sting that was being set up. He got caught up in.
But there's no video. And by the way, I will say this. I agree. Anonymous may not, but I agree when you have 20 plus women that can say the same
26 story. Almost a few more nowadays.
And they're not from the same era or area. And your dumb behind was going on Instagram and hiring women to do certain jobs.
Yeah.
You've turned over text messages where you admit girls were crying when you got done and you apologized.
I mean, I got tight glutes.
Something, but let's just admit something we don't know. So I'm not saying let's admit he's guilty. That's not what I'm saying because we don't know that. What I'm saying is let's admit he's an idiot that put himself in a very bad position. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that goes without saying.
We all know that. However,
okay, so no.
Can you actually let this guy play football though? You can't let this guy play football in the NFL.
Now wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Now wait a minute. Goodell is the conqueror of all of it. So don't wait a minute, me.
Dante Stallworth ran somebody over. He came back and played.
Yeah, we had people. We had a defensive end in the St. Louis Rams murder somebody in a drunk driving vehicular accident and played. So my thing is this: I'm not suggesting he's innocent. What I'm saying is I don't know, but I can connect dots. But I don't want anybody connecting dots to me if I'm in court. Give me proof if I'm in court. I don't want to be. I don't want to shame him and convict him. And then, down the road in my life, somebody's like, well, we got no evidence, but fuck you, you're going to jail. I don't want that.
Hell no.
So I can connect
dots.
You
can't say there's no fucking evidence in this place because.
No, wait a minute. Have you heard evidence? Have you heard evidence outside of.
There's 26 evidence is.
You ain't read no dockets or nothing.
And that's my thing. So here's my thing. It's highly suspicious. I find it hard to believe nothing illegal went down. Right. But I have no proof. What the three of us, Jason, and you can admit this, the three of us have been in situations where I hope no one ever finds out about this. I hope no one ever sees this or finds out or hears about this because I could lose my job. Or my marriage or whatever. We can lose things. But there's no proof. So I don't want to take something away from somebody where I can't prove it. Now, do I think something happened? What I think and what I can prove are different. Do I think he did shit? Yeah. Can I prove it? No. So should it be suspended if I can't prove it? No. And let's not forget, he already sat out of you. He missed last year over this shit. He wasn't hurt last year. He sat out because Houston didn't want to suit him up. So he's already, and that's part of the suspension.
So you're gonna say, he already had his sentence because
time
he sat
served
out last year.
Time served, bro. They do it all the time.
Fucking
you don't be watching Law and Order.
That is not time served. He's not sitting in a fucking jail
at all.
He's not sitting in a goddamn jail right now. You dummies.
He did not play.
Hey, look,
he did not play. You cannot prove it. Now, Jason, as angry as you are,
you can prove it because it hasn't happened yet. So there's still observations out.
I'm on your side in terms
grand jury said he didn't do shit.
But I'm on Jason's side in terms of, do I believe something happened? Yeah. But what Jason's got to come to is the realization on the legal side. Can you prove it?
That's all it boils down to.
And
doesn't paying off people prove something a little bit? You don't just make it go away.
No.
Because we just talked about this with the billionaires.
Legally,
we just talked about this with the billionaires. It doesn't prove a goddamn thing.
Those were not. No, those were not criminal accusations. Those were civil.
Right.
Civil involves zero. Go back to OJ. OJ had a criminal. OJ.
I don't know the difference between civil and fucking whatever other
word
you said.
I'm explaining it. OJ had a criminal whole thing. Did you murder your wife? XYZ. They couldn't prove it,
apparently
so he was
didn't.
let off.
Right.
He was let off. However, when they went to do the litigation side, he had to pay money. That's why he had to sell his Heisman Trophy. He had to give up his house. He had to pay money. So on the criminal side, they proved nothing. So what Deshaun was going through was they had already decided criminally.
Is going through.
No,
No, it's over now.
no. The NFL is different than the courts. Deshaun was not going through criminal charges in the court system. There were no criminal charges. It was all money.
Those
It was
was all
all
civil
litigation on
cases.
money.
And that
Civil.
was part of the what they were defending is I didn't do anything criminally in this situation. All of these people is out for some money. I gave them the money. I'm not claiming it was extortion because then it would be a whole other thing going on. But what happened was, yes, he admitted to some wrongdoing in that situation. It could have been I agreed upon $100 and you thought it was supposed to be 200. Right. It could be it just we agree that something bad happened in that situation. Now we're not saying that it happened criminally because clearly a grand jury has already said, well, we don't find that there was anything criminally that we could charge him for. We can't even charge him for nothing, is what the criminal court says. So it doesn't matter how many people he said, hey, my bad, whatever our business was didn't go over the way that I think. Here's a NDA produced by the Houston Texans, no less. And this is part of the reason why he's not going to get busted, because the Houston Texans was handing him NDAs that he could use.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? So he goes out there and says, oh, my bad. Here's a couple bucks. I mean, whatever we got to do to cut this deal, we cut the deal. Boom. Now, yeah. So what he's going to get is a huge smudge. He's going to get booze. He's going to get the Michael Vick treatment. He might get worse than the Michael Vick treatment. Okay.
Well, and by the way,
again.
Now what? No. By the way,
though.
he did play again.
He did. That's right.
And let me now let me
shout out
piggyback.
Michael Vick. I love that guy.
Let me piggyback a big homie. Now I realize his contract is structured and he's got 230 guaranteed, so he's never going to be poor again. But so this may not matter. But what it does open
and they don't have it out.
What it does open to young kids is to piggyback homie. He's never going to be advertisement material again. Now, again, it doesn't matter because Cleveland guaranteed $230 million. So he's got that money. I don't need it. But he's never in his life, Deshaun Watson.
He's not going to be doing Geico commercials or whatever.
Deshaun Watson
retired.
When Deshaun Watson retires, he will never be hired by ESPN, Fox Sports. He'll never get to have a job after football.
Hell no.
Because this stain will follow him forever. So look at Michael Vick. You brought Michael Vick. Michael Vick is occasionally on TV. And by the way, I watch all the, even in school, I'll watch Undisputed. I'll watch First Things First. I'll watch Colin Cowherd. Michael Vick is rarely on TV.
Right.
Deshaun Watson will never be on TV. So while Ray
Rice is never on TV.
And while I give Deshaun Watson his $230 million,
but Ray Rice has never played football again after that.
But that was different. You had a video.
That's not different. It's basically the same thing because it's still.
We had a video of him knocking a woman unconscious.
There are videos. Different. I guarantee you, there are videos of some of the 26 women that have these allegations. Someone has a video. One of them have a video. I promise you that.
A grand jury couldn't find one. Investigators for a grand jury couldn't find one.
If they did, they would have had that money out there. They would have had that video from it. Do you think that he wouldn't have paid her off for that money?
Yeah, because they would have put him under the jail for that. If there would have been a video of any type, they would have threw him under the jail for that. Come on, man. Mike Tyson went away, bro. Now,
Jason, you get this. That was her recommendation. It does not end there. Roger Goodell's final say. She just gets to recommend to Roger Goodell. Roger Goodell gets final say. He might now. I don't think he's going to do indefinitely now, which is what the NFL wanted. But I guarantee you, Roger Goodell will suspend him for something. 4 games. He's going to give him something. Yeah, he's
Conduct
going to give him.
detrimental.
Yeah,
He'll get a
you
four game inflate
don't
gate
you
one.
and homie, you know this. It's just like Brady and the deflate gate. Don't fuck with the shield.
Yeah.
You made the NFL shield go through the
If
mud
you
for
have
2 years. You're going to
this is
see.
not fucking with the shield though. Like
You
you
don't
don't
think
No,
understand
that's
this
what
is
I'm saying.
fucking with
That's
the
what I'm saying.
shield.
Roger Goodell's going to give him something. He's all I'm saying is she said little to nothing. Roger Goodell's going to say, okay, she said little to nothing, so little's 4 games. Roger just knows I can't do a year now because I'll get backlash. Let me give him 4 games, maybe 6. That's pushing it, but he'll
I
give
think
it.
6 is too much.
I
Hey,
agree.
Roger Goodell, get your bitch
I
ass
agree,
off the fucking couch. Quit hiding from your fucking
homie,
coward
homie.
motherfucking
Dude, Roger
staff
Goodell is too
and
busy
come
trying
on
to
the
clean
Sports
up for
Fix
your
with
boy
Stix.
Dan Snyder.
Yeah,
Come on with the Sports Fix with Stix and give us your fucking
homie,
proclamation of this
homie.
bullshit.
I agree. I agree. 6 is too much, but we both know.
You agree what?
6 is too much.
Yeah.
6 games is too much?
Come on, look. You look
Now,
at okay. So look at you have to go back and
You
look at
guys are
what people been getting.
tripping.
Look at what people been getting. Okay, you trying to okay. So is
Yeah, I
his
want to
stuff
know.
more?
Tell me.
So you got Kareem Hunt on tape kicking a girl ass, right? And he was gone for he got a year
so
for that. So you gonna say he get a year? Kareem Hunt didn't even go to jail. What is this about
What
to
did he get? How many games? A
Kareem
year.
Hunt got a year.
Okay. Keep going.
So what I'm saying is, where do you talking? Look at what people are getting. Tom Brady got 4 games for something that they didn't even prove that he did. Right?
Right.
It was just a lot of speculation, and after an
by the way,
investigation, we
that was
come to these
four
general
games.
conclusions.
That was 4 games over with the balls deflated.
Right.
And Kareem
So
Hunt got 1 year or how many games?
Oh, it was a year.
A year.
so
He got a
so
year
so,
for
so
being on
let me.
video. 26 and
I'm with you.
counting
I'm with you.
allegations
I'm with you.
doesn't
Okay,
get
okay,
you
okay.
more than that?
Hey! Look up. How many games did Tyreek Hill miss? Look it up. How many
No,
games
just
did
tell
Tyreek Hill
me. I
miss?
ain't got time for all
I don't
that
know. Look it
bullshit.
up. Tyreek
Yeah,
Hill
chill. Go
literally
ahead.
he
Go
literally
ahead.
kicked his pregnant girlfriend in the stomach and said he was trying to kill the baby. I don't know that Tyreek Hill got suspended.
Tyreek Hill
Well,
got nothing.
you forgot about AB too. How AB had all his madness and he was suspended. And I don't think he ever missed. I think did he miss a whole year?
Actually, my fault. Kareem Hunt was only 8 games. Not bad. So
And
Kareem
they
Okay,
Hunt
had
so
got
him.
that's
eight
all on
games, and
video.
that was on
So what
And
video.
you
they had
guys
him.
are saying is that none of this has video, so he won't get more
No,
than
no,
8 games.
no. What I'm saying is, she said little to nothing, which regulates how far Roger
Right.
Goodell can push. What she's saying is, Roger Goodell, you're indefinite suspension, which is what Roger Goodell walked in there wanting. He walked in wanting indefinite suspension. She's saying it's little to nothing. So
Who's
that
she
means you
again?
can't,
Robinson something?
Sue
Robinson,
Robinson.
you
Sue
cannot
Robinson.
give him indefinite anymore. Now, Roger Goodell can give him whatever he wants, but if you give him indefinite now, you got a whole bunch of backlash because I already said little to nothing, and people are going to fight you over it. So, what I think it's going to be 4 games. He's not getting 0. There's no way Jacoby Brissett is not starting 4 weeks for Cleveland. He's going to. And now, by the way, your Seahawks have a quarterback because now that the Cleveland Browns know we absolutely will have
Aren't gonna
Deshaun
lose him for a
Watson.
year.
We absolutely have Deshaun Watson this year. Now we can move Baker Mayfield. Now we
Okay.
can trade Baker Mayfield.
All right. Well, with that being said, with these allegations info and your guys' fucking nonsense from the big pharma homie, recovery homie, and Pasco's
Get to the
finest
point.
basketball coach bullshit that you guys have just debated or whatever. So now the option is Baker's not going to play, and they're going to have Deshaun Watson back this year. They're going to have Jacoby Brissett for a few games or whatever, which is probably right. I ain't going to lie. You guys might be correct, but I hope you're not because I want to be right for once because I'm never right on this podcast shit. So with that being said, I still don't know.
Breaking news. USC and UCLA's application to the Big Ten has been accepted. They are no longer, as of 2024, part of the Pac-12. They are now in 2024 Big Ten football programs. They
Yes.
just got accepted. They are now fit.
Yes.
It just came out on ESPN. They have now moved. They got this fall and next fall.
That's crazy.
The Big Ten.
We're gonna have to talk about that next week because
Yeah.
I need to look into the college football thing. But hey, the one thing I want to touch up on the NFL real quick before we close out and get to the real sports talk, which is the baseball, and Gronk retires again, which I call bullshit, just like the Brady retirement. Like I said when we did the podcast, so I was right once in a while, right? Because I said I would not believe the Brady retirement. Did I not say that? Hey, let me hear it, bitches. Let me hear it.
What?
What did I say? I said I won't believe it until another quarterback takes a snap for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Okay. All
okay,
right.
what? Okay, Stix, you're right. Yeah, Stix, you were right.
I think I might remember something like that you might have said.
Okay, yeah,
I'm,
bitches.
I'm
Both of
waiting.
you.
I'm waiting on Sticks to bring up his Mariners 100 win
No,
thing.
fuck you both. No, yeah, I was right. So onto that. So Gronk retires again, which is bullshit, which that won't happen either. But did you guys hear this though? Did you guys hear that OBJ actually paid for your Rams to play last year, homie?
In the long run.
$142,000.
In the long
he paid
run.
$142,000 to play last year. After he
Why is that
signed
wrong?
Contract.
Why is that wrong?
I mean,
did he get a ring?
He just got to wait for.
Ring?
Yeah, he just got to wait for the crypto market to bounce back. He's just in a holding pattern right now. But as it looks right now, the whole crypto thing and everybody who decided that they were going to be geniuses and take their salary in the form of Bitcoin, are all looking at themselves like, I did that for free last year.
And you know what, homie? I've taught economics in high school for 20 years, and what I've always told kids is, you never invest in anything you can't touch. If you can't physically
that's
see
number one.
if you can't physically look at it, if you can't physically watch it in front of you as a
tangible
physical item, tangible thing being sold, it's going to F you over sooner or later.
I mean, you got to diversify. I get what people are saying.
100%.
I don't know about getting my salary like that. I'm gonna get an invisible salary.
You diversify all day, but
invisible salary.
Yeah, you don't put into. And by the way, something that was already fluctuating 3 years ago.
It's the most volatile. It's the most volatile thing. Yeah, it's the most volatile thing that people could actually invest in, and it's monopoly money right now. I mean, I tried to. I'm in there, but I'm not in there like that. You know what I mean? But you kind of bank and hit it low, and then maybe it'll bubble one day and be something. But come on, you think in our lifetimes, the life that we gonna live, that we gonna ever use anything else other than straight real ass money, dollar bills, gold, and maybe silver? It ain't gonna never get turned into some money that is just connected to my phone and I walk in, or with a thumbprint. Not in our damn lifetime, because the price moves daily, bro. Okay, I go in there and I got one Bitcoin, and because something happened today, I go to the store to go buy my situations. I don't got enough money right now because it just happened to be volatile and went down today.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and we're not there yet.
Barcott, what was that today that we heard? SRP? I couldn't.
SRM.
SRM.
Dude was trying to get us to buy.
This is not financial advice, but
from $10.
I wanted to look it up real quick. That brought it up.
Look it up while I'm talking. Look it up while I'm talking.
Is it a stock or
it is? They just went public, and we ran into a dude. Okay, now you want NASDAQ or
SRM?
SRM. NASDAQ or New York Stock Exchange?
Sam Rhonda Mom?
Sam Rhonda Mom, SRM.
Nope, not on here.
Okay, so we ran into a guy that tried to get us to do it because his wife was on there, and it's cheap, $10. If you buy $500 today, you'll make $500,000 on it later. And I was like, we'll look into it, but no, it comes down to the end of the day.
Not on my app.
Nope. You can't buy ghost stuff. And so we're old enough, and the homie's right. There's going to come a time where Bitcoin and all that stuff is legitimate. I do believe it will be legitimate, but not
Yeah.
now.
No.
You have
Like
to
in the
live long
future,
enough for that, though.
like when you're
That's what I'm
living
saying.
some fucking, Blade Runner,
This
Star
is George
Wars
Jetson.
era,
Yeah.
yeah, then it'll be legit. It's just we're just too early for it to make money now. And you're right, in our lifetime, not today, not next week, too early. In our lifetime. Now our kids, our grandkids, they could
Maybe.
probably see it as a substantial. It's not going to be volatile. Obviously there'll be peaks and valleys in the market, but I can gain money over time. Today it's just too soon. It's one of those things that's like, Microsoft in the 80s. It's just too
Right.
soon to dump your paycheck. You wouldn't, there's no way Steve Largent, Dave Craig dumped their paycheck into fucking Microsoft or IBM in the 80s. It's too volatile. So you're right. When OBJ does it, that's just stupid. That's just Generation Z thinking they know.
Yeah.
And by the way, on a side, being a dad, etc. Generation Z thinks they're the smartest fucking generation in the room every time they open their mouth. I don't know about you, big homie, with the kids, but when
Sounds
they
about
open their
right.
mouth, they always think they're the smartest motherfuckers in the room, and we don't know shit.
Mm-hmm. That's the same
That's where,
generation who wants to get paid the most for doing the least.
yeah, I
They don't
want
know
to get.
nothing but hard work.
I
Hey, I
just
have
want
nothing
to.
wrong with
I
that.
want
I
to.
want to be
I want
doing
to
the
play.
same thing.
I want to. Hey, Dad, I want to play Madden and make money, motherfucker. What?
Exactly.
You know what? Your mom and I are going to go spend your college fund because you clearly are too stupid for this money. But my point being, that's that generation that just thinks they're so far ahead of everybody. And by the way, they are far ahead, but at the same time, they're behind. Meaning, I get where you're going, but we're not there yet. That's not sustainable. Like you
Yes.
said,
Microwave.
homie, you always diversify 100%. But when it comes to
This
Bitcoin
motherfucker didn't diversify nothing.
and those things like that, you do very little into Bitcoin. If you're going to have $100,000, I wouldn't put more than $1,000 into Bitcoin because it's going to be so volatile. Now, maybe 30 years from now, if you're still alive, great.
FY, this isn't financial
Yeah.
advice for everybody
Yeah.
out
Maybe,
there before we get
maybe
all caught
5%.
up and all that.
Yeah, maybe a 5% I might throw at it. But I mean, like I said, I'm
Yeah,
not about to sit up here and treat that like that is the currency that I'm going to start using effectively
exactly.
because I,
Oh,
I
like you
want my
said,
paycheck
OBJ
in.
putting his paycheck in.
Yeah,
No,
I want legal tender. Your boy Russell Okun did the same thing. I want
Yeah.
all my stuff in legal tender. Then I will donate and invest how I feel like in Charles Schwab,
100%.
some Bitcoins and ETF funds, and S&P. Give me some gold bars or something somewhere. I'm gonna do it all. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna diversify it. But yeah, no, I'm not going to direct deposit my shit to the ethos. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, all right. Anybody, what else you got on NFL? Anything else before we get into the best
Terry
sport of
McLaurin.
them all?
Terry
Huh?
McLaurin might.
Oh,
Terry
yeah, you brought
McLaurin
that up earlier.
might have had the best contract in the offseason as a wide receiver, and I will say better.
Wide receivers
than-
getting paid, bruh.
better than the cheat in Miami. And here's why: the cheat in Miami, that's his last contract. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's his last contract. Terry McLaurin, God bless him, just signed a 3-year, $71 million contract where 80% of it is guaranteed. And at 26 years old, he gets to go back on the free agent market at 29, where he could probably double that contract.
Smart.
So he guaranteed himself the next 3 years, basically. The next 3 years of my life, I'm getting roughly $25 million a year guaranteed. And I get to be a free agent again before the age of 30. You talk about a great contract. And by the way, God bless him, because that cat is a bad mother effer in the NFL. And I know Anonymous doesn't want to admit it, but he is. And when you consider he's had 38 different quarterbacks thrown to him in 3 years.
Yeah.
And he's the only wide receiver on the team and manages to get over wide open for 90 catches a year with nobody else underneath, nobody else deep. That's a great wide receiver. And he just gave Washington a deal because, you're going to pay me.
Because he knows he's going to get it paid sooner or later.
But he also told Washington,
Yeah.
here's where he gave Washington a deal. I'm going to give you 3 more years, but you better fix this shit in 3 years. Otherwise, I'm dipping. Because I guarantee you, he will not resign again if they're still where they're at 3 years from now.
Well, see, this is
He
another
did not.
example of what I'm loving about where sports is going right now, because everybody, they're not sitting here and just playing for a uniform on the strength of that's who drafted me. You know what I'm saying? We're out here making sure that we're positioning ourselves for the process of how these contracts work and the
Yep.
time that I plan on playing this sport so I can get my family right to where we ain't worried about nothing ever again. And I appreciate about that's the one thing that I do. I can't appreciate about even the fools who act up, Kyrie and some of these other cats, you know what I mean? Or anybody who want to go get the money. You know what I'm saying? I am not mad at any of them dudes for going to go do that. You know what I mean? Because that's what you should be doing. Because back then people would just be locked in. A student would just go to college for 4 years and not think about it. Now, since they're getting bread from places, I can jump. And I'm telling you, I think one day, I don't know if it's going to be the NCAA because the NCAA might fold, but universities need to just sign dudes. If they would just sign a dude straight up,
that could be another topic, bro.
Then that way, you know, you have
NIL,
the guy.
They're gonna get it. They're getting it from the people anyway.
Breaking. Kyrie Irving focused on forcing his way to the Lakers. Bleacher Report. Kyrie Irving focused on forcing his way to the Lakers per Wojciechowski at ESPN. League executives have floated the possibility that the Lakers and Nets are talking about a major package. Kyrie, both to the Lakers.
We already talked about that. So we already knew what was going
on.
No, that's not breaking. We already broke that. We broke that in the last episode. So anybody who's listening to this, listen to the episode before. We already broke all that. Aaron Barcott, Nas Big Homie, already told you all what's going on.
But listen to it because I'm putting
the confirmation on it.
Wojciechowski is now putting his conversation on our name on it. And
we do that shit all the time. We do that shit all the time, homie. We got it all down.
He thinks he's Woj.
Right.
Come on, bro. He was just trying to put the confirmational stamp on what we was talking about earlier.
I know.
While you trying to confuse the folks like he's talking about something different. He was on pace with what we was talking about.
No, Barcott pointed out the fact that we already talked about this and we already, all three of us, already made this into fruition and already told y'all what the fuck was going to happen. So if you fucking listen to us, we make statements, we make shit happen because we're not dummies.
What Big Homie was saying is it's now Wojciechowski. It's now a name from ESPN. You can pin that. It's not just 3 dudes having a conversation over drinks at a bar. It's now a dude who's paid to know this shit is putting it out there. This is what executives are talking about, and they've heard.
Both of them to the Lakers with insider backing. So there's whispers popping, is what he's saying.
Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but the executives have heard that's a deal that's in
they're talking.
At least conversations. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't get it. He's a Mariner fan, and we being Dodger.
No, I'm fucking. I agree with y'all, but these motherfuckers that listen to this shit need to know that we know what the fuck we're talking about because we fix shit all the time, and so we already put into fruition the facts of what's going on before the breaking news is what I'm saying. Yeah. So when y'all want to put your money on, you know, the Mariners to win 100 games and the Yankees to win 120 and Aaron Judge to win the home run title.
Why?
We've told you first. So
why would we? I've never said 120. I mean, why would we?
I know.
He put your name on all kinds of shit.
He signed you up. I did the math. I did the math today. We don't need 120, but I did the math today. Guess what our math says? 44 and 42 gets us 100 the rest of the year. 44 and 42.
That ain't happening, bro. You're hitting 120 no matter what. I already know. So let's get into some baseball talk. Let's get into some baseball talk. It's gotta make this little note real quick.
I mean, shit, damn, not too long ago, I posed the question, of who is the cat that you're scared of, Aaron Judge must have heard me. He must have heard me because he says no.
And
Aaron
Bryce
Judge
Harper just broke his hand, is out indefinitely. Aaron Barcott told
Aaron
me
Judge
today.
says you're going to fear me today. He says, "Oh, y'all can't think of anybody who should be feared in the batting box. Oh, you're gonna feel me today. Maybe it might not be the homie Giancarlo Stanton, but you're gonna fear me out here. I'm gonna show you that I am that dude. He is that dude. Remember, I specifically said not even Aaron Judge, and you were like, nah. I was like, yeah, nah, because he ain't showed us nothing. But this boy done listened to the damn show. He done listened to the program and said, nah, I am Aaron Judge. All right.
And I'm a diehard Yankee fan. I know you're a Dodger fan, homie, but I didn't see this coming again. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's a contract year. We see it every year. We saw it from Yelich. We saw it from Bellinger. We see it from Trout. We see it. Yes.
Wait a minute. No.
This is one thing I'm not going to let you think you're smarter than me, motherfucker, because I know that you are. But I'm not going to let you say this. You can't say this. Giancarlo Stanton was the same way. He got paid before.
I'm not talking about that. What I'm saying is.
Oh, of course you're not, because you don't want to know I'm right. Again.
How many times have we seen a cat hit 30 home runs before the All-Star break in their career? I'm not saying nobody's done it twice.
It ain't a lot.
But it ain't a lot. And he's one home run away from doing it again. And he's 30.
Easy.
And I know Barry Bonds did it a couple times, but all I'm saying,
Griffey, Sheffield, Griffey, Sheffield.
Sheffield? You're sure about Sheffield? You're sure about Sheffield?
I'm pretty sure about Sheffield.
You're sure about Sheffield? Multiple
Tell me
times.
I'm wrong.
I'm saying 30 home runs at the All-Star break more than once. Aaron Judge has done it once. He's at 29 with 2 weeks to go.
Shit. Go ahead. Keep talking. Wrong button.
So
too many things.
I will, and then I told Jason this today when people were talking about.
It's a few cats that have done it.
Is there
more than once?
Oh, shout out to Chris Davis. Shout out to Chris Davis.
Still getting paid.
37 home runs at the break. Shout out to Barry Bonds, though, number 1 with 39 at the break. Tell me that don't sound stupid.
No, but how many times? How many times? Here's the question, though, and I know he's not the first. That's not my point.
Oh, you're saying how many did it twice?
Had twice.
Junior did it twice.
And I know he's not the only one, but how rare is this? Because he's one home run away from doing it twice with 2 weeks to go.
No, not Frank Thomas. Well, of course, Mark McGwire's done it twice.
What's the question here? That he can't hit 60?
Yeah, I don't think he ain't hitting 60.
He's hitting 60 easy.
No,
he's hitting 60 easy.
It would be great for the game. I'll appreciate it.
On 630, Slim says Judge hit 60 easy.
I say 55. But here's my thing too. So I was telling Jason this, and I was watching Michael Kay do a podcast with Rich Eisen.
Do you think? Go ahead, finish it up, and I got it for you. I already got your rebuttal, bitch.
Junior did it 3 times.
And that Junior's special. So I'm not putting Judge in Junior's level.
Hey, respect. About time.
But they asked.
Spit it out, bitch.
Michael Kay, what's going on with Aaron Judge? They were asking about how low, because Aaron Judge is playing things tight. He doesn't talk a lot. What's he think? What's he want? And he said, Michael Kay was like, well, Aaron Judge was offered $31 million for 7 years and turned it down. He wants to be more like Mike Trout at 36. They asked, are the Yankees going to go to 36? Michael Kay said, yeah, the Yankees go to 36 to 38. But it's going to be Robinson Cano era. Because people forget Aaron Judge is 30. They have no problem going 37. And they'll go 36, 37, $38 million a year. They have no problem, right? So they're not going to undersell him. They asked, well, what about 8 years? Said the Yankees would swallow hard and go 8 years at 38. And then Michael Kay said, if a team like the Mariners, they did with Robinson Cano, walks in and does 10 years. Now, keep in mind, Robbie Cano got a great contract and I don't hate him for it. The contract he got got him more money over the life of the contract, which he's still getting $43 million between the Mariners and Mets this year. $36 million, I think, from the Mets, $7 million from the Mariners. But the Yankees offered him more per year for 7 years, but Seattle offered for 10, which I get. I'm not an idiot. I know math. 10 years is going to be more money. He did say if somebody comes in like the Mariners did with Robert Cano and offers 10 years, the Yankees are walking away. They'll go 8 years, $37 million for Aaron Judge. Keep in mind, he's 30. We're not talking about Mike Trout signing a 10-year deal with Anaheim at 25. We're talking about a 30-year-old man who's been hurt 3 times in 5 years. And the Yankees they're willing to go to 38 at $36 million. I don't think they're underselling him. I don't hate him if he wants to leave and go 10 years somewhere else. But I don't think what my point is, you can't say the Yankees effed it up if they said, here's 8 years at $36 million at 30 years old. And somebody says, well, here's 10 for 400. You can't say the Yankees effed it.
Okay. I thought you were going somewhere else with this, with Judge not hitting 60, because we were talking about this earlier. I said that.
I'm just talking about that's where he's at with the contract right now.
Okay, so I don't. This is where I think he'll hit 60, because you were talking earlier. We were talking about this earlier about the strike zone, how Julio Rodriguez got jacked from the first month when he was getting bad. The robo umps being involved in this is all tied together. The robo umps being involved in MLB. We have the terrible strike calls, ball calls with the umpires these days. So when we were talking about Aaron Judge hitting 60, this is where I think it's going to come into fruition, is because right now he is getting those calls where he's getting jacked up, where he's getting the bad calls on this, right? MLB has already changed the baseball humidors where every month they change it. Oh, you can do this. You can't do this, right? When Aaron Judge gets up there, this could go both ways. When Aaron Judge gets up there, they could say, oh, we need to change it so the balls are less bouncy and less juicy. There you go. That's the word I was looking for. Less
I know
juicy.
what he's talking about.
So when you say Aaron Judge only gets 55, so I think that it's going to be opposite of that, because I think they want to build the game. And so I think he hits 60 because of the fact, 2 facts. The balls will be more juicy, as homie, thank you, gave me that word, and as well as the strike zones that he's already been detrimented to before the All-Star break, how he's getting screwed. And we talked about this, Barcott, how he's like the highest. I bet you Julio's probably the second highest in the non-strikeout calls that they get screwed on. So now, that's why I think he'll hit 60. And I say that right now on record.
Where you say he may be second. So here's what he's talking about, homie, and everybody else listen. What we talked about at lunch is factual. You can look it up. Aaron Judge has been punched out on 53 strikes below the strike zone. So they're balls low and out of the strike zone. He's had 53 of them in 75 games.
See, so this is what I was talking about.
And then they did also a video thing since he came up in 2017. He's been punched out 433 times, which by the way, both these numbers lead Major League Baseball.
Number one,
yeah. And 433 times he's been punched out on balls below the knees, called third strike, below the knees, punch out 433 times in 2017. So that's what he's talking about, is that Aaron Judge, the umpires are consistently calling low strikes because of his size. I get it. I mean, everybody's got to evaluate. Right? But everybody's got, it is what it is.
Man,
as
look,
a Yankee fan, I hate it.
I told y'all, man, look, I told you how it would be. I'm not sitting here about to get constantly punched out on pitches that I know good and well are a ball to everybody else. I told you.
By the way,
you got to even the playing field, bro. I don't give a damn how they institute it, but the human error of calling balls and strikes, man, is washed, bro. Are we still sitting up here hanging our clothes up on a clothesline? You know what I'm saying? Are we still using a tin can and a piece of yarn to call people? Hell nah.
But here's why, and I agree with you. I'm just saying, but here's why I agree with you. He's hitting 290 with 29 home runs. I'm just saying it's
like the word of don't take no disrespect. I agree with you is like no disrespect. So just say no disrespect.
No, but
no, just say I'm about to disrespect you.
Exactly.
What I'm going to say next will disrespect you.
See,
that's why he's frozen, because he's over there. He's over there talking mad shit now. He's disrespecting you heavily right now.
It's that internet, that Pasco cable over here, baby. That's what I'm saying. That's the same shit I was saying.
He got canceled. He got canceled. The literal
before he even got out there.
The sports cancellation. But yeah, no, but yeah, no, I mean, it is whatever, man. I love the conspiracy theory with the balls and all of that shit and how they're playing around. Leave the damn ball alone, bro. I know, but I'm just saying, no, the stuff that is supposed to be built into the game, there's rules about the ball, there's rules about your bats. Okay, there's rules about how far the bases are apart from each other. Okay, there's rules about how far the pitcher has to be away from the plate. Okay, there's all of these different rules. Okay, all based on and set up for the matchup of the pitcher versus the hitter. Okay, so you don't mess with. If somebody came out with an aluminum bat, it would be heavy problems right now. Everybody would be up in arms. They ain't gonna let it fly. Okay, if you came out there with a damn wiffle ball bat, with a wiffle ball trying to throw balls and strikes, nobody's having that. Okay, so you can't mess with the framework of the game. Let the players do what they're supposed to do. But this other element right here, like I said, see, that's funny because I've been gone trying to be big recovery homie for a while, getting this. And one of the last things that I said was we need to get rid of this damn human element that's calling balls and strikes. There's your example right there. It's Aaron Judge. It's Aaron Judge, man.
But it's not, though. It's not. It's not the example. It's example that you just preferenced before. You said the same thing. You just contradicted yourself, homie. You said you're not going up there to let these balls and strikes be called at the size, right?
No, I'm saying I'm gonna be pissed off if I'm getting punched out constantly with balls that would be normally strikes to, or would be balls to anybody else.
A lot of them, some of them are way off the plate, right? But that's the human element of the game.
That's what we don't
I
need.
do not want to see the human
let me come up there with any bat
go away.
Let me use whatever. Let me come up there with any kind of bat then. Let me go. Let me put whatever I want in my glove.
No, we're not talking about a different bat. We're talking about the bat that you go up there with. We're talking about the strike zone that's up there.
If that's
we're talking about a human behind the plate.
But why do they need to be there? Calls.
So, okay.
If the ball is the same for everybody, the bats are generally the same rules for everybody.
Okay, but the strike zone is not the same for every umpire because they don't all have the same eyes. Okay,
that's the whole.
They can't all see it. But the automated strike zone, the robo strike zone, is not the way to go. Okay, and we're gonna have to go back and look at this, and then we're gonna have to put this up there because the robo strike zone is not the way to go because it is not
too bad. It's happening.
The eye effect on that. Okay, if it's 2-3 inches outside and it's called a strike, that's different. I see the rebuttal from that, but they're not always like that. They're like that. If you're a major league hitter or you're a professional baseball player. Anything close to the strike zone, if you don't like the pitch on a 3-2 count, you foul it off and you get another pitch. Okay. You don't have
if I made the decision, I'm going to take right here.
You don't make the decision when you're up there at bat. You don't make the decision. If you do make that decision, that's on you.
It might have been a signal.
If you make that decision, that's on you. You're taking that strike or that ball, no matter what. But if you're in a 3-2 count and you don't want to strike out, then you're going to foul that pitch off one way or another to get another pitch. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but now
If it's
you're
a
now you're
2-2
leaving it. See, no. See, now you're
No.
leaving it up to me as the batter to make contact.
That's your
You're
fucking
putting it on me
job.
to make contact. No. Okay, because you did not do your job by getting the ball over the plate in order to get a call, right? So your job is to paint the black, right? We sit up here, we try to touch the black. If I'm getting a call, if I'm check swing or if I check, because I see where it's going and I still get punched out and it's clearly out. Come on, man. You can't have that. Like I said, you got to have it well in advance to where everybody knows what the strike zone is. I don't know how you go about practicing to that strike zone. You know what I'm saying? But I guarantee you players will be a lot more aggressive and it will be a lot more men
Hold
on
up.
the base pads. It'll be a lot more men on the base pads.
You're fucking killing me right now.
Nah, it'll be men on base regularly because you're not letting pitchers just slide with anything popping off. You're not letting that gives the pitchers operational advantage.
No, that does not. It does not, because the fact is that you have. I gotta get rid of this shit right here.
Dude, what benefit am I getting as a batter? You know what I'm saying? That is equal to the fact that you can get a strike call on a ball that's outside. What advantage do I have that's equal to that as a batter? The fact that I could get hit?
None. That's why baseball's archaic.
That's what I'm saying, man.
They're the only team in the world right now that's archaic when it comes to these things. I agree. I agree.
So we are talking about how this motherfucker. Okay.
If you're gonna do
so
that,
we're talking about an automated strike zone. Instead of taking that third strike that's a quarter of an inch or an inch outside, you foul it off and you make another at bat for yourself. Okay, that's the point.
That pitcher is trying to get me to chase.
Professional hitter.
I am a professional hitter. That pitcher's job is to get me to chase that ball that's coming across. I choose not to chase and still get punched out.
Okay, you should not choose to make that decision on whatever count it is. It has to be you see that pitch coming. Sometimes you make that decision. Yes, I'm going to take this pitch, but you're not taking it on a third strike call. You're not saying if there's an opportunity for a third strike call, you're not making that conscious decision that I'm not swinging at this pitch.
No, you're saying not making a conscious real time decision. I know that. I know not on a 2-strike count. I know that, but I'm just saying here. This is the example I'm giving you. I'm in the box. Your job is to throw one and try to paint the black. Now, if it's veering and you're not hitting the black and you're outside, I hold up. Being the smart professional hitter that I am, you know what I'm saying? I hold up and still get punched out. I am pissed.
Right.
It's not my job to make contact to clean up y'all's error. I'm supposed to foul this one off so I can clean up the mistake that the umpire is about to make by trying to punch me out.
So here's why I was coming in. It's like, I don't understand why umpires in Major League Baseball have this power. You don't have this power as referees. Right. Behind the plate, you don't have this power as referees in the NFL. You don't have this power as a ref in the NBA. A travel's a travel, a charge is a charge, a block's a block, whatever's whatever. So I agree with Big Homie. Why is a strike different with 2 strikes than it was at first pitch or a 1-0 or a 2-0? Why does the strike, why does you, and we know because we've heard this from umpires. Well, this is my strike zone. I call strikes low. No, wait a minute. A strike's a strike. That's why they have the box.
Every other base is eligible for review. Yeah. Except for home plate.
And we have the box. So why do you get to walk up there, especially Angel, who's a shitty umpire, and talk about what I call low strikes? No, you don't. You call the strike zone. That's like somebody going to the finals and go, hey, man, I call travel on the 4th step. No, the fuck you don't. I realize travel doesn't get called, but you don't get to just define what's PI, what's a hold, what's a travel. But in baseball, we let umpires because we hear it. We hear it all the time, and they say it. It's
They
not
out
a
here
hidden
doing whatever.
secret. They
Yep.
talk about it all the time. I call high strikes. Oh, hey, but I've watched Sunday Night Baseball. We're gonna have a quick game tonight. He likes to call the outside stuff. Well, now wait a minute. What does that mean? Why do I have to adjust my strike zone every day as a hitter? The strike zone is the strike zone. Why do I have to change it based off of who's
That's
behind the
what
plate? Oh,
that's what
this
I'm
guy
sitting up
goes.
here trying to tell this fool, man. You got to make the game equal for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's not any different, but I was telling him you can't use
The
different.
robo
You
strike
can't
zone
use
is
different
not going to make
equipment.
it equal for everybody.
Yeah, but no, nor does it now. So you know what? Right before my computer died, which by the way, Pascal High School, my laptop has been on the charger for 12 straight days and couldn't do 2 hours outside without dying. Uh, Aaron Judge, 2017, has been punched out on 433 strikes below the knees
That's
since
crazy.
2017. So how is that not fixed? So when you say it's not going to be equal for everyone, it's not equal now.
I
It's
told
not
this fool
equal
that.
now.
So what's the
Go
fucking
ask
point?
Aaron Judge if it's equal.
There's no
Hey, by the way,
fucking point
big
then.
The
homie,
point is
big
fixing.
homie.
The point is
Big
fixing.
There's
homie.
no fixing it. If it's not equal then, it's not going to equal now. Then
So
just
don't
keep
change
it the
anything?
fucking same. No,
So don't
you
change
build it. We talked about this. You
What's
build
the
it from
solution?
the AAA level, which they can't do now because they don't have real umpires. You can't build it up to make it better and keep the game going in the way.
Not true. Not true. Because if you go
How is
look
it
at
not fucking true?
go look at AAA ERAs. There are cats coming up now, not just Yankee cats, other dudes coming up at AAA and pitching games, and they're lights out at Major League Baseball. They'll do the little one spot start, 5 1/3, 3 hits, 1 run, a walk, 5 Ks. You go look them up at AAA, and we're in a new era, Jason. So you're gonna have to wake up and be part of the new era. You go look them up in the minor leagues. I can't tell you how many minor league pitchers who are on the 40-man roster have 9 and 10-run ERAs in minor league baseball. You know why? Because they're not getting away with shit anymore. Because they got the computer who's not letting them get away with a pitch that's 4 inches out of the strike zone as a strike. So
is
now
that good for baseball? Is that good for
Yes.
baseball when they
Yes.
fucking
now wait a
no?
minute. Yes, Jason, because they're relearning how to pitch. And guess what? Now hitters will relearn how to hit.
So
Jason,
you're telling me that a
No,
good
wait a minute. Now, wait a
pitcher
minute. Now, wait a
is
minute. Now,
getting
wait a
an
minute.
automated
Wait a
strike
minute.
zone to
What
make
do
him
you always
good?
say about the Mariners? What do you always say about the Mariners? Hey, man, it's not that bad. Major League Baseball's average batting average is 232. Are you really selling me in 2022, where everyone wants to see offense? Major League Baseball is selling you a sport where teams are hitting 230. Bro, when 1998 Yankees played, and Joe and I talked about it, I could look at like 12 dudes hitting 280 and above. Now the major league average is 230. How is this not broken? If the major league average with regular human beings behind home plate is 230, 232, you're telling me we don't need to change? You want to watch teams hit 230? And by the way, just to piggyback on how bad the Mariners are, in the league where everybody's hitting 230, your pitching staff has a 5-run ERA. How the fuck you have a 5-run ERA where teams are hitting 230? I don't know.
Okay, first of all, we're not talking about the Mariners yet. Second of all, so you're telling me that it's going to make players better with an automated strike zone, pitchers
It'll
or
make it
hitters
equal. No, pitchers don't have to. Pitchers don't look at the pitchers don't
And
see a box. A pitcher see the whites of the plate on the ground, right, from a mound 60 inches up, right? We know what it is. Okay, their job is to be deceptive in what they're trying to do to get you to swing. Everything is supposed to be equal for me on my side. I can't be
Either
here,
way,
here,
hitting
here,
or bat-
and here,
or
and
pitching.
all of it is, you know what I'm saying? Like my man Kyle Schwarber, it can't be here, 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 and here,
Well, it's
and
the
all
same
be strikes.
fucking thing. It's all the same thing.
But they all can't be strikes, though. They all can't be strikes. So I
And
need
they're not
equality.
all strikes. and they're not all bad pitches.
Okay.
No,
That's
the
what I'm
pitch is
saying.
probably exactly what the pitcher was shooting for. Mine is to get me to chase. That's the mission. Is to get me
Okay.
off balance, set
I
up.
agree with
They're
that.
trying to set me up.
I
go
agree with
here
that.
so you could do this and that. But that's what I'm saying. Those pitches aren't supposed to be putting me
Chase.
behind on the count.
Chase. I should have to chase your slider at the strike zone.
Exactly.
Exactly.
But you better show me you can throw it in the strike zone first. And
Exactly.
that's the problem we have. Umpires are buying into, oh, I got Garrett Cole on the mound today. He throws sliders down and away. And guess what? I'm not calling them all balls, even though 70% are out of the strike zone, because it's Garrett Cole. But on the next day, it's the two starter. He's not Garrett Cole. I'll probably call more balls on the slider. That's not how it should be. And so when you say it doesn't work,
Okay, let me.
God forbid.
Okay, this
pitchers-
might bite me in the ass. This
God
might bite me in the
forbid
ass.
pitchers
However,
have to adjust.
pitchers have to adjust. Batters have to adjust. This might bite me in the ass. It's been a long day. Barcott made me start, having cervezas in at fucking noon or whatever. But
Hey.
look, I don't give a fuck when they
Good.
are on the mound and you're going to throw a pitch. If it's called a strike 3 inches outside and you don't swing at it and you get rung up, that's fine. Next time you come up.
For who?
No.
Who was it fine for?
Not okay. Not fine. But however, when you
Half
get
the
to
people
the next,
involved in the transaction are not fine.
shut the fuck up. Let me talk for a second. I gotta.
No, we're just gonna let that slide.
It's always gonna come back in the same way. There's always gonna be a pitch where that pitcher is up there and he's be like, "Oh, I got that called last time."
So we gotta wait for karma.
So I'm
now.
not gonna get this one.
Right, I gotta wait for the
Shut the fuck up
to happen.
I'm thinking
it's like
here,
the makeup call.
No,
God forbid that be that pitcher's last pitch.
Because there's
That's
always
not the pitcher's
something
last
that's
pitch.
gonna
Now
come
there's no
up.
makeup call.
There's a
Now
hit.
there's no makeup call.
There's the intentional walk. Get a fucking intentional walk then. And you come up there if you're not fucking being able to hit that pitch outside and you get called a strike. And I don't know if I'm advocating for hitters or pitchers. I don't care. I'm just saying we not need a not pitchers at all.
Oh yeah,
you're saying they should get all the judgment calls. But what does the batter get? Where's the judgment call that the batter gets?
The batter gets a judgment call when they go to the MLB and say, "Hey, these umpires are shit."
I'm already in the show, bro.
No,
I'm getting paid millions of dollars. My name is Aaron Judge, but I just keep getting punched out for some bullshit.
The umpires are shit, so the umpires need to be evaluated and being able to.
You talking about a 5-year program? You talking about a 5-year program?
No, I'm talking about day to day.
If they were evaluated, Angel Hernandez would have been fired 15 years ago.
Well, he can't because he's Hispanic, so he can't be. It's racial for him.
So
have you not seen those articles? He's already
he put that. Yeah, he did put that.
No,
I
agree.
Yeah.
I get that.
Okay,
I get that. But then why are we
evaluation? Okay, listen. Time out. Shut the fuck up, both of you. Evaluations for MLB umpires. Yes, I said shut the fuck up, both of you. Evaluations for MLB umpires every day on game-to-game basis, okay?
Ask Aaron Judge how you feel about a damn evaluation.
Okay, that's fine. It doesn't matter.
How many stories have you heard about in the NBA when these guys get the referee's report at the end of the game and they say, "Oh, we should have called that."
We don't care about NBA.
Or that should have
not
been that.
NBA.
No. The point is, it don't matter after the fact. After the
failure.
Okay. We lost because of this.
It doesn't matter. But if you hold these MLB umpires accountable every game and they have a scorecard, just like you see on Twitter, with the MLB scorecards coming out, and you do that, and you tell them this is how it is.
No.
Please, MLB, put us on your advocate table.
That cost me a game in the standings because I lost.
Okay,
that cost you a game. Now I didn't make the playoffs. Now 162
motherfucking games, bro.
No.
There's 100.
How many times were there?
162.
do you got to have a play-in before all of this expanded playoff situation when one game really mattered? I was trying to tie these guys so I could have a chance to get in. I'm just saying, now that's a rare
Then you should have
situation.
felt that
It's a
pitch
lot
off
of
that was right there.
see. Look, it all boils
in the
down to one
strike
pitch.
zone.
You see what I'm saying? This is the whole point. If it all gonna boil down, my whole season is gonna boil back down to one pitch. Shouldn't I feel confident one way or another that one pitch I could say, "Damn, he got me."
No,
He got me, dog. I
Yes,
don't know
you
what to
should-
say. I should have let my hands go on that one, but I didn't. So now, shit, we're looking at the playoffs from our
okay, yeah.
house.
So you're looking at that one pitch that was in the strike zone, and you said, "Oh yeah, I should have got that one." But you're also looking at the other pitches that were outside. We're like, "Oh, I didn't swing at that one, but I was strike that. I called it. I got called a third strike on that." It's the same fucking
That's
thing.
what I'm
Exactly
saying.
what you just said.
That's exactly what I just said.
So you're
You know what I'm
telling
saying?
me a pitch in the automated strike zone that you didn't swing at is okay.
What?
That you didn't swing at is okay.
In
but
the zone.
pitch out of the
I'm
automated
not-
strike zone
See, I'm not
that
making
you
that
didn't
comparison.
string out,
I'm still talking about the
that you
full
did
human
swing
element.
at, that you could have swung at, and you could have fouled off
That's
to
on
make
me.
another at bat for you. You didn't take that. You didn't take that chance to win the game for you
It's
guys,
the honor
to
system,
get that
dog.
one game.
It's the honor system, dog. If I'm participating,
No,
and
there's
I
no
care, and I
fucking
care
honor
about,
system in the
and I-
fucking baseball.
Okay,
The fuck are you talking
then
about?
write it
You
up
just
like
saw
Vince
the honor
McMahon.
system
Then
in fucking
well, then write it
the,
up like Vince
the
McMahon.
Mariners
Then.
and the Angels.
Well,
That's
then
the
write it
honor
up like
system.
Vince McMahon. Then do it like that. Let me know that you're writing it up like Vince McMahon. Then that the outcome has already been
That's
determined.
not even what you just said. Let me clarify this. You take a strike on an automated strike zone that is right at the zone, huh?
I ain't saying nothing about that, but go ahead.
Then there's nothing to discuss.
I was just only talking about in the event that, like I said, if I'm getting this, you're talking about monitoring and grading umpires and all of this. Okay, so after the fact, you tell me, just like they do in the NBA, oh, we missed that call. My bad. I done already took a L in this game if that happens, is what I'm saying. So you're not fixing nothing with this. Now that you've released some information, letting me know that it's your bad. I don't feel any more better about this. I'm saying fix the problem to where that does not happen.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
You cannot fix you cannot fix you cannot fix
technology, boy.
You're not fixing it with the automated strike zone. You are not fixing it with the automated strike zone in the rope. No,
because if I get punched out because it was on the black, just like when they do the tennis reviews and all that, because it hit the line, shit, point game, I lost. Oh well.
No, you're gonna feel better about a loss because you saw that, other than the fact that it is a umpire calling that, whether it's a strike or not.
No, if he got me, he got me. The strike zone is going to tell me whether he got me or not. It's going to be true to everybody.
The point of the matter is, you're going to feel like an ass whether you get called out.
Either way, yeah, you got to hold your back.
Way.
If you got to walk back to the dugout, you're embarrassed anyway.
If you know that umpire is calling that strike outside 2 inches, you are a professional hitter and you will be able to foul that pitch off and get another at bat.
So is he going to tell me that this is how he's calling the game before I get up there?
Said and done.
Is he telling me that he's doing this before I go up there?
No, that's not what it's about.
That's the problem.
There's no problem with that.
What do you mean? There's no problem. Oh, today you decide to call inside strikes. Okay.
That's how it goes. That's how it works.
And so I'm sitting up here, it's coming in high and tight, and I'm sitting up here just getting, these are just calls. These are strike calls. And I just have to live with that.
And you adjust to that strike zone.
That's some bullshit.
Because,
man, look.
All right. We're going to go on. We're going to move on from this because obviously I'm right. And Anas Big Homie and Aaron Barcott are silent and they can't deal with my madness right now.
No, you're just a guy who's never rooted for a team with a winning record more than twice in 20 years. So you don't understand how it affects teams that actually have shit on the line.
Oh, it affects teams who actually have shit on the line. However, their players aren't good enough to foul off a pitch to stay.
So
Aaron
Judge can't foul off pitches that are clearly below his knees. When he's hitting 290 with 30 home runs,
he's 6'7" or whatever the fuck.
The Mariners might be hitting
he could foul off
260 if
any
they had
pitch he
a
wants.
righteous zone.
Man,
I mean,
how good would Julio Rodriguez be if they had, you know what I'm saying?
you got somebody that's patient, got the good spidey senses of Tony Gwynn up there. You know what I'm saying? Knows what he's doing. You know what I'm saying?
Don't even get me started with Tony Gwynn. Don't even get me started.
They could be somebody. They could
exactly my point. All right, let's get into some MLB. See, you fucking guys can't fucking
you like an MLB now?
I mean, what was we waiting for?
By the way,
let's talk about
Big Homie. Let's get into Big Homie right now because Big Homie called this shit out in February. Big Homie.
Hey, wait, real quick, before Barcott, before you get into that, before we get into that, I just want to say.
You talked about the
wait. Time out. Before we get into that, I want to say the hottest teams in the last 15 days. Yeah, before we get into that, because I have this there. The hottest teams the last 15 days, we got Houston 9-3, the Yankees 11-4, Boston 10-4, Milwaukee 10-4, and Atlanta 8-5 in the last 15 days. So what Barcott was referencing to is the MLB playoffs, the AL East, where you have the Yankees obviously solidified that AL East division title, right? And then you have Toronto, Boston, and Tampa Bay.
That's right.
So that's what he was saying. So
I did say
Homie referenced that in the pregame months ago. We made our picks. Is
now
that what
that
you
I
referenced
said
to, Barcott?
Yeah, and by the way, I love that you only do the last 15 days and you don't do the whole month because
I'm thinking I'm looking at the Yankees on fire.
The Yankees have 22 wins this month, so the Boston is like 20-5 this month, and they lost ground. I mean, they literally went 25, 20-6 and lost ground. But you want to talk about 15 days, okay? Let's talk about 15 days.
Dude, these damn Astros is damn cockroaches, ain't it, man? I mean, what the hell, man? I'm trying to tell you, man, you can only try to contain them. I mean, you got to kill them. I mean, what is going on? And see, the Angels, this is what you always fear about the Angels, bro. I mean, they get a lot of heat. They get a lot of hype, enough to where the potential is always high. Mike Trout's potential has always been nothing more than the highest.
They're fucking
clouds.
Trash.
Dude, what is going on out there? They're falling off. You know what I'm saying? They can't beat up the Mariners.
No,
you know
man. We went to fisticuffs.
They can't do that.
That's how we do it. And you know what's going to happen right now? The Mariners are 5 games under 500, right? So that's a perfect. Thanks for the segue, big homie. Anonymous recovery, big pharma homie. No, let me rephrase that. Anonymous, big recovery, pharma homie.
Okay.
Because I have some stats right here I need to spit out. And then, you know what? I listen to you motherfuckers the whole show. I have to listen to all your nonsense the whole time. And I have to listen to Barcott and tell me every fucking day on text message, your Mariners aren't made on our games. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. That's fine. I get it. I get all that. 36-41 right now. Just went to fisticuffs with the Angels on Sunday, which, you know what? That's what has to happen. And when the boy, Jesse Winker, says, you know what? Stay away from the head of our young guy. He's just a kid. And he go out there and try to throw at our guy. You know, that's not going to happen because we're veterans around here. This is the leadership that they bring. And you saw the whole team come together, okay?
Okay.
So we're 5 games below 500. We have 16 left before the All-Star break.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Barcott, quick. I don't have time for this nonsense. Go ahead. Let me hear it.
Go.
Talk about leadership and 5 games under 500. From a team that was 18 games over 500. Go ahead.
Okay, good point. Good point. I like it. And as I referenced before in the preseason show, I said that they're going to be that these guys make you 10 games better than the 90 games you won last year. I did say that.
They've done that.
So, in my opinion, you got 4 games against Oakland, 2 at San Diego, 4 games against Toronto, 2
6
games at Washington,
6 with the Yankees,
4 at Texas before the All-Star break. So I have to see my Mariners get to 500 before the All-Star break. What is that? What's 16 games minus 5 would be what? 11 and 5? Is that
I
what
think so.
math?
Yeah.
I don't know.
16 and 5, yeah.
Let me ask you a real question. Let me ask you.
They have to go real quick. They have to get to 500 before the All-Star break. However, with the nonsense that the lineup has right now, Barcott and I talked about this earlier. So, Barcott, if I miss anything, please help me out.
Oh, I will help you out.
It's been a long fucking day. We have Ty France out. Mitch Haniger is still out. Kyle Lewis is still out. Don't even get me started on these guys.
MVP.
You have Winker. You have Winker on a 7-game suspension sooner or later. You have Crawford 5-game suspension sooner or later. You have Julio Rodriguez on a 2-game suspension sooner or later. And so my point.
Yeah, that makes a big difference, man.
Happen.
That makes a big difference. That puts them right in the pennant chase right there.
Right. And as I was speaking earlier, is
right.
The places, the replacements that they have for Trammell being hurt, Haniger being hurt, Lewis being hurt are not, and I forgot about Tom Selleck, Tom Murphy being hurt at the catcher position. Who
you going deep into the Mariners for us, ain't you?
So I forgot about that part too.
Yeah.
You have all these replacement players not being able to produce. You had Justin Upton. You have Carlos Santana, who they just signed. You have who else? You got Sam Haggerty up from AAA. You have all these dudes coming up that aren't superstars that are making this shit happen. Yeah. However, my point is that I need to see them at 500. So if they get to 500, what would that be? What did I say the record was? 36. 36 and 41. What's half of 162? They go 16, 152 and 40.
Oh, you're talking the season. You're talking
I don't know. Season. My point is we can still get to 100 games
that math
after
problem.
The All-Star break. If we get to
that math problem was serious.
If we get to when we get to 500 at the All-Star break. So my point
is,
you
say 100 wins still?
Yep.
Yes.
And what is your record? What is your record right now?
36 and 41.
Yeah. And you have 16 games till the All-Star break.
You need to go 64 and 21.
It's only like what, a 750 win percentage?
No. You do realize you have to be like 7 games better than the Yankees right now to get to 101. So all of a sudden, starting tomorrow, you're going to be 7 games better than the Yankees.
Starting tonight, motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
This dude is high as hell.
All right. Hey,
when you're
a gambler like me, you fucking roll with it, dog. Homie,
Jason,
you know
Jason,
what
90 wins right now would take a small miracle. 100 wins, you would have to outpace the Yankees, who, by the way, are 1 game behind the 116 win Mariners. So now you're comparing. I don't. But now you're comparing this Mariner team for half a season to the 2001 Mariners.
Hey,
so for 81 games, you think this team could do what the 2001 Mariners did?
I do.
You are fucking smoking something.
At Kevin Martinez, when you see this, please fucking like and send me some stuff
I
and
don't-
sponsor us because you know how we
He's
do.
off the bubbler.
We know how Twitter does.
Jason, I'm almost
Okay, so
gonna
anyways, let me
my
finish.
computer die again
Dude,
to get out
dude,
anonymous.
this
Let-
level,
let me
this
finish,
level
'cause
of
we're gonna go roll
unabashed
with
and
this.
just
So-
fandom, like, I mean, you just like tunnel vision, bro. I mean, yo, you gonna follow them into the
Hey,
foxhole?
I was a
They gonna
hater,
get you
but once
killed.
happens, once
There's no
I get a
reality
few
here.
drinks in me, I get optimistic again, and then I got to roll with the heart, the feeling, the optimism, the insanity that I got.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go, bro. I think we're gonna be finally good because if you look at the pitching stats, we're only 10th in starting pitching right now. So that's good. We got to
Look at
start
Stix
scoring some more
analytics
runs.
is digging.
So
boy.
we got let's see, 3.75 ERA right now. And
Yeah.
of course, your Yankees and your Dodgers are up there in the top 3.
And you notice
playoff
we haven't mentioned anything about this.
Yeah, we haven't got there yet because we're on the Mariners right now. So we have to,
we don't
real.
need to mention ERAs and batting averages.
Yeah,
it's all
well,
good.
the Mariners, they're 10th in ERA right now at 3.75, and all the playoff
good.
teams above them are right there. So they're right
good.
there. They're going. So what happens when you start scoring runs? You start thinking, and you know what the shitty thing is? You can't be last and left on bases.
Lineup. That's the shitty thing. The Mariners lineup.
Yeah,
you can't be last and left on base all year long. The Mariners lead the league in left on bases right now.
Somebody's
all the way up
finish
until
last.
today. So you can't be there all year. It's gonna happen, bro.
Somebody has to be dead last.
dude,
It won't be us.
What happened to your boy Rob Roy? Your boy Rob Roy is out here playing like garbage while I'm on.
No, he's good. He's
Gosselin's undefeated over here in Dodger Blue.
Check.
You know what I'm saying? And your boy just won the Cy Young. I mean,
you need to check. You need to check your Twitter, bro, because we my boy at Jordan Byron 93. He fixed Robbie Ray. So Robbie Ray's been solid the last 4 or 5 starts, and it's all because of him, bro. So
who did he face? Who did he face? Because I know his last start.
It doesn't fucking matter. Hey,
I know.
Does it matter who? Does it
Really
matter when Garrett Cole faces Baltimore 3, 4, 5 times a year?
Well, we knew that. We knew that.
Don't give me that bullshit.
That's part of the program.
Don't give me that bullshit.
Don't forget, Garrett Cole's got to still face Toronto and Tampa Bay and Boston 3 times a year.
Yeah.
So I mean, and he'll just magically not start against them because he already knows what's going to happen.
He already does.
That's how it works.
No,
you know how it works. Don't give me that bullshit.
That is a horrible offense, bro. I don't even know how you have any defense for that horrible offense, bro.
I don't know how you defend the whole organization. Is terrible.
I don't even understand. You know what I'm saying?
What are you talking about? You're telling me that they don't miss that Garrett Cole doesn't miss a start against the worst teams in his fucking division?
Do you realize Garrett Cole is 3-0 when the Yankees started?
Do I fucking care?
You brought it up. Yeah. You brought it up.
No, I don't care. I'm just telling you how they do it. You know he will go.
No,
he will go.
I'm telling you right now.
Baltimore, he'll miss a start. I promise you.
3-0. Go look it up. 3-0 against Tampa Bay's ace. He's beaten Tampa Bay's ace. By the way, Tampa Bay's ace is second behind Justin Verlander with 9 wins, and he has a 1.8 ERA. Every loss he has is when he starts against Garrett Cole.
Oh, I can't believe how much you out here caping for the Mariners, bro. I mean, there's
Tampa Bay's ace.
Come on, dude.
Is what?
This is
dude, he leads the American League in strikeouts.
It's gotta stop, man. Come on, dude. What are you doing?
Dude, you were so hung up on the Mariners. You don't know what the fuck else is going on in baseball.
No, I don't have any TV to watch to check it out, but I want to see this. I want to see if you're right.
Well, I could see if you were excited about Julio Rodriguez not being completely garbage. Okay, there's a bright spot in the lineup. Okay, all this other stuff that you're pointing to, all of these no-name guys that are missing. You know what I'm saying? I get that. All right, they're a part of the squad. They were on the squad before and they're hurt and whatnot. but they're not moving the needle, bro. Those aren't the guys you needed
No,
to
no,
move
wait a minute,
the
homie,
needle.
homie.
You
Listen,
have to give Julio his credit, though. Both of you
homie,
Hey,
homie. Now, wait a minute, homie. It gets back to this. Jason, what are you, 43?
40.
40. Jason was
Chris was
literally,
lying his ass off.
if he wants to say 40, I don't care.
Like
Jason was
female.
literally, if he says 40, he was literally 17 the last time the Mariners mattered.
What's the
my
fucking point of this? You have no fucking point to this.
Yeah, I do. Listen, because you argue all these little things and you don't understand it doesn't matter. Like homie and I, the Yankees and Dodgers, we got bigger things to talk about. The Mariners, you want to talk about Robbie Ray and his 4-run ERA, and he's been great for 5 games. Great. You overpaid for him. The guy had a Cy Young Award winning season last year. Go look up the rest of his career. You would be ashamed that you paid him $150 million. You'd be ashamed.
Dude, tell me something positive about one of these prospects that is actually holding.
Hey, now wait a minute, homie. He actually wanted me to bring up the fact that France is hurt, the other first baseman's hurt, and he wanted me to bring. Was it Young, the guy that you guys gave a major league contract to when he was in Double-A, and he's hitting 150 for you now to major leagues? So explain that one to me. The kid you wanted me to bring up that you guys gave a major league contract.
Evan White. Evan White.
Who's hitting
who's on the 60-day DL right now.
Yeah,
that was part of the.
You guys
that
gave
was
him
part
a
of the
major
point.
league contract. Remember, you guys gave him a major league contract when he was in Double-A, and now
he played like 16 games last year.
He ain't shit. So you know what? While you bash us, and we're both in, we're both.
Oh, I'm bashing you, motherfuckers. When did I bash you? I backed your fucking Yankees, and I hate your Yankees
right now.
So don't fucking say I'm bashing you.
So explain to us where the Mariners are smart with this whole Evan White thing or whatever.
Yeah.
I never said they were smart about the Evan White thing. I said that he should be one of those guys that shouldn't. He was one of those guys that should be up right now after they paid him that money. But then evidently that's not the case. So with all these subs that they have bringing up and that they are putting into the lineup, none of them are producing. So
how long is this
being
been going
optimistic? Too fucking long.
So all of these people have been hurt for an extended period of time?
Yes. I mean, you look at...
What about Santana? Didn't they just get Santana from somebody?
They just got Santana.
Has he played yet?
Yeah, he's like 1 for fucking 8 or some shit. So, and you have Justin
That's all
Upton.
working
You have
out.
Carlos Santana. No. And I mean, how do you get these guys in there? And you have Eugenio Suarez still, right? He's kind of getting a little bit better. He went from below 200 like a month ago. Now he's up to like 237. But
didn't Suarez start in Cincinnati?
Yeah, him and Winker. Right.
So he started in Cincinnati. I'm glad to hear he's getting a little bit better in Seattle at 165. I'm glad to hear he's getting a little bit better.
You're a douchebag.
But
I get it. But the point is, like,
no, you don't.
Have to score. The point is, you have to score runs when you have runners on base, and you're leaving way too many people on base.
How do you go about doing that?
When you have you fucking put the bat on the fucking ball.
Hey, there
when
you go.
When your team ERA is 3.75, and you actually have a guy who I have been demolishing on Twitter, Marco Gonzalez. My bad, Marco. I still love you. You're a Mariner. However, he has top 10 in quality starts in MLB right now. But they don't score any fucking runs for his ass. And I do not believe in his stuff. But you have Robbie Ray, Logan Gilbert, Flexen, Gonzalez, and George Kirby.
You know what?
Sounds like the little rascals.
You know what? I'll end this right now. Homie.
Come on, dog.
Are the Dodgers afraid of the Mariners?
Not even in the slightest.
So, homie, do you think the Yankees wake up and fear the Mariners?
Oh, come on now.
So,
Do you think the Mariners
so,
what?
so why are we having this conversation? I
Well,
mean,
that's
you know
what
what I'm
I'm
saying?
saying. He's sitting up here telling me about the mission is to put bat on the ball. They're not good at putting bat on the ball. So therefore,
They
what
will
results
be
what
starting
results is that
tonight.
is a loss,
Oakland,
and they add up over time.
They have to get a 4-game sweep right now. I'm
Yeah,
calling it right now.
they
4-game
to.
sweep.
They need to.
Do you think
4-game
the
sweep.
big? Okay, but Jason, here's what I asked Homie. I'm going to ask you. Do you think? Do you think you're playing little league baseball, or do you think you're playing big boy baseball? Because my question is, do you think the big boys in Major League Baseball think about the Mariners? Do you think the Yankees and Dodgers? I don't know if the Dodgers play the Mariners this year, but I know the Yankees obviously have to. Do you think those teams have even circled the Mariners on the calendar? If I asked Aaron Judge today,
Yes,
do you
they
think
did. They just said, you know what?
do you
Don't throw
think
up in
Aaron
inside because we're
Judge?
gonna bust his ass.
Do you think Aaron Judge even knows what day on the calendar he's going to be in Seattle?
They don't
Do you
even
think-
know. He don't even know who he's
Does any
facing.
MLB player know what
He don't
the
care
fuck
who
they're
he's
looking
facing.
up to next week? No, you dummy. That's the dumbest question I've ever heard in my life.
Yes, they do.
Because they don't circle
Yes,
the
they
fucking
do.
schedule. Oh, I
Yes,
want to go
they
look
do.
at. No, they do not.
Yes, they do. The
They look
Dodgers
at game
know.
by game.
The Dodgers
series
know
by
when
series.
the Dodgers know when they play the Braves. I
The
guarantee
Dodgers
they know when
players
they play
do
the,
not know when they
Padres.
play the Braves.
They know the Braves, Padres, Mets. I'm talking about the elite teams.
Okay,
that
then they're
matter.
stupid. That's my point. They're stupid if they're looking at it.
God, nice.
They're stupid.
No, they're
Yeah.
not. They know when they play the teams they got to play.
You got to play the team that you play tomorrow, dude.
They don't care about the Mariners. Do you
So
really
the,
think
so the
Of
Mariners
course
don't
you
care
don't.
about
You don't-
nobody that's on their schedule. Then the Mariners don't care about nobody that's on. They don't
you
get
both,
up for
you
no
both
game.
a bunch of fucking jokers right now.
They don't
You
get
trying
up
to
for no
play?
game.
You trying to think that you're fucking
Look.
carrot top right now? You motherfuckers aren't carrot top.
What I'm telling you is you need to be talking about are these young players that you have been performing not to your lofty ass wild expectations, but are they performing like you can build around them so you could have something? You sitting up here thinking like you're about to compete for the damn pennant. Okay. You're talking
motherfucker.
crazy right
No,
now.
you're not. No, you're not.
Okay. So what you should be doing is going, you know what? Julio's game is really coming together. JP Crawford is really a guy that we could build around. He gets on base a whole lot. Okay. We need a little bit of this. Maybe if
Ty
Carlos
France
comes
is an
in.
all-star. Cal Raleigh only hits home runs and doubles.
It's 212.
Shout out to
It's
my boy
212.
Jordan Byron for his Texas.
So let home,
tweets.
So it's home run or not. It's home run or
No,
not.
we don't got time for your guys' nonsense. So let's talk about
let
more
homie
baseball.
let homie finish because he's right.
No, I don't want to listen to his dumbass.
No, I'm done. I'm done because I'm done just like the Mariners done.
I knew he was gonna kill me. I can't even finish on top. All right.
By the way, Jason, when the playoffs start, can you give me homie and myself Chris's number so we can do the podcast without you? Because you won't be here. When the playoffs start, you won't be here. You guys won't be around. I mean, what are you gonna do? Just log in and listen?
Don't even let the Mariners face the Yankees in the playoffs because that'll be all she said and wrote and done.
The good first round bye.
They got the second round domination, bro.
They'll go, you know what? We don't even want the first round bye. Just give us the Mariners as a warm up for practice.
You know what, man?
Stupid.
Now listen.
All right. We're done with the Mariners talk. Shout out. They're going to still do all right. They're still going to make the playoffs.
They'll do all right.
But hey,
now you're saying they'll do all right.
That's
all
they're still going to make
all
the
right.
Wait, we still didn't talk about the brawl, though. We didn't talk about the brawl. You guys saw the brawl. We have to get into the brawl.
That was a good brawl. I like that.
Winker went to town after he went over there to be peaceful. And then the fucking Angels went into dummies. And then the dude, did you see the reliever, the Archie Bradley reliever, fucking try to jump over the fucking dugout, and then he fractured his arm or like a dumb idiot. So shout out to them.
By the way, Jason,
Shohei Ohtani just sitting back there like chilling, like, hey, what's going on right now? He was there, but he was like, hey, what are you guys doing? This is not how we do it in Japan.
What did you say? Winker went over to do? Be peaceful. No one leaves home plate to go to the opposing team's dugout to be peaceful.
He was
Do
peaceful.
not say that. Do not.
What was he doing?
Not.
Was he running over there
Why?
and ready to throw punches?
Jason?
Was he running over there ready to throw punches?
No one leaves home plate.
Was he running over there to throw punches? Answer the question. Answer the question.
I'm going to answer it right now. I'm going to answer it right now. If you had an Angels jersey on, if you, Jason, had an Angels jersey on and watched him come at your dugout, do you really think he's coming over there to be peaceful? To just say, kumbaya, hey guys, what are you throwing at me? What's going on? Or do you think he's coming to your dugout to start shit? Because he did not come to that dugout slowly.
He wasn't over there to talk to the dugout. He was over there to talk to the manager.
I'm not saying Winker started it. I'm not saying that. But he did not go to that dugout quietly.
Of course he did. That is quietly in MLB.
And you do not go to opposing team's dugout quiet. I'm gonna tell you, tell Winker to try that shit in the Bronx or in LA. See what happens.
I'll fuck
tell him to do it.
I'll fuck all
tell him to do that shit at Dodger Stadium or the Bronx. See what the fuck happens.
What's wrong with it? You just want to have a peaceful conversation as a human being.
He got dealt with.
Peaceful conversation.
I'm not saying he's
your
wrong.
Dumbasses start.
I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm not saying he's wrong, but you said he went over there peacefully. He did not go peacefully.
He walked over there.
No, he did.
He wasn't running over there.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Calling people out.
If he walks himself over to the fucking Yankees dugout in the Bronx, he might get stabbed by fans. I mean, he might have to do just.
Well, that's because your fans are fucking stupid ass bitches. That's why.
Yeah, we're in first place.
He walked over there and got dealt with real quick too.
Yeah, he did.
Shit.
Yeah, he did.
He caught one straight to the face as soon as he got there, mushed.
Yep. By a guy that had one hand in the fucking cast.
I was just wondering why was dude from the Angels all pissed off, going crazy in the dugout and throwing sunflower seeds all on the field. Did he get?
Did you see that?
He must have got stolen. Like what? Why was he pissed?
That was the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
No. I agree with him. Did you guys not see it? So the fight was over. Everybody's back in their dugouts, right? And Jason, you said you saw this on John Boy. He was only out there during the fight, breaking people up, threw no punches. He was grabbing his teammates. And then when the fight was over, both teams back in their dugouts, he's on the rail. Hadn't thrown a punch. Didn't start the fight. Didn't go after anybody. Coach came up and said, hey, you're one of the guys they just ejected. And that's where he's like,
oh, that's what he got mad about?
I got ejected? Okay. I was out there breaking up fights and they ejected me.
Come on, bro. Like so
that's why. Now wait a minute. That's why Winker tried to go back out there because Winker thought he was talking to him. He was talking to the umpires. He was like, "You're fucking throwing me out." I was grabbing teammates and like trying to break up fights, and you threw me out. So that's why he was throwing out, and that's why if you guys saw it, Winker went back out there because he thought he was being talked to. He thought the gun was getting tossed at him. And Winker tried to go back out, and they grabbed him. And when somebody patted him on the back, said, no. And Winker was like, and even John Boy's like, you see it on John Boy's replay. And Winker's like, I was going to go back. Which I give him credit for, Winker. But no, dude was not mad at Winker. He was literally on the rail like this, ready to watch the rest of the game. They're like, hey, man, they threw you out. What the fuck? They threw me out? I didn't even throw a punch.
You know what? Wow. You know what'll fix that, though? Robot umpires, because then they'll be able to scan the dugout and be like, he jumped the fence, he was in the melee, so hey, you could just throw him out because he was
all right,
that'll fix it.
All right, Minority Report. We'll move on from that.
Yeah, right.
That's just dumb.
No, it's not dumb. It's just what you guys want. So. You could fix all that from there. So
dumb is not being able to jump over the rail and to get into the fight and getting injured.
And breaking your elbow.
and winding yourself up on the IL. You know what I mean?
That's dumb.
Stupid. Okay? Now is that stupider than the kicker who There was it an extra point or something, but anyway, when he was celebrating on the I think it was the game winner, and he hurt himself hurt his shit for life.
Blows me out.
Yeah.
Yeah, those two things.
No,
man.
that the kicker one's better because he made the kick and he was celebrating and he blew out his ACL and done forever or whatever. That's better. But jumping over the guardrail to get into a not even a melee, just to get into a rugby scrum, because you know your ass ain't doing nothing anyways, and you hurt yourself when you jump over the thing.
I wouldn't call it a rugby scrum.
He's part of the rugby. He knew he wasn't going to do anything. And so when he was part of the rugby scrum because he wasn't going to do nothing. You saw JP roll over.
I thought it was great. I thought it was a great baseball brawl.
That's a good old fashioned baseball Escalade. What do you call it?
And hey, according to Jack Del Rio, that was just a dust up.
Shit, don't start that shit. Don't start that shit. Don't start that shit. Don't get me started on that shit. Don't get me started on that shit because I don't know how that man has a fucking job right now.
It's a dust up, man. Yo.
Hey, you guys want to talk about anything other MLB before we get into all the nonsense I think's about to crack up?
Yeah,
I got something.
You keep avoiding the Mariners and why they're fucking terrible.
They're not terrible. We're gonna be good.
Yeah. You need a working game plan.
If you watch on Twitter tonight, it might be opposite of good. After I just backed them this whole episode, but when I get on Twitter tonight, it might be a different story when I start watching the game because I'm about ready to be. Stix.
I'm just telling you right now, the way that you laid that out for the average fan, like the Mariners were like something you need to be watching. Okay, if I tuned in one day based on if I tuned in one day and I'm catching this. This is nationwide international podcast business that we're up to right now, thanks to the internet. Shout out to Al Gore. India. But anyway, look, if I go and I watch this damn Mariners squad, based off of your expectations, I'm about to go outside and jump out of a damn window. Okay.
So for example,
you pumped that shit up way too tough.
Did you give Big Homie 1 minute to talk about the Dodgers?
I don't need to, man.
No, that's why I said I wanted one more. I wanted to talk about
all these injuries. All these injuries he's talking about.
I know we still have more stuff to talk about.
You know what I'm saying? My man Walker Buehler out on the, you know what I'm saying, on the thing. Come on, man. You are injuries. Yeah. We got to bring up Klay Thompson's little brother to fill up a roster spot. Okay. Now watch it. Now watch out for Trace Thompson. He's a minor league cat. I'm not expecting one damn thing. I'll be surprised if he gets into the lineup in any other role aside from maybe pinch hitting once or twice, and then maybe a pinch running opportunity somewhere. But he's just filling a roster spot. We're still waiting for the team to round out. Trey Turner, thank you, bro. You've been out here. You've been a model of consistency. Mr. Frederick Freeman, thank you. With even all the crying, I want to hammer you so bad for all the fake, phony crying about Atlanta when you from the crib and you always wanted to play for the Dodgers anyway. But shout out to you for being consistent. Shout out to Mookie for starting to get his situation together. Okay, we coming, and it just takes some time.
Loved Kershaw's response to Freeman. Loved it. Said it. You know what? We're XYZ. We're halfway through the season. I just don't want us to be second fiddle. That's the best way to tell a player to shut the fuck up and move on.
Yeah. What are you doing?
You need to shut the fuck up. What are you doing? We got shit to do. I've been here for 15 years. Let's move on.
You sitting up here about to call your ex. What are you doing, man? You still looking at your ex's pictures online? You know what I'm saying? You going through the photo album still? Get your damn ass together. See, if he wasn't swinging a solid bat, I would be on his ass. But whatever. I mean, everybody's a little touchy nowadays. Everybody's a little emotional nowadays, even when it comes to the athletic the athletics and all of that. You know what I mean? So everybody's a little bit more sensitive than they used to be. So maybe he's got a level of nostalgia about playing for their team, especially when we were just talking about in all these other sports that the players have now strength. Go anywhere the hell you want. You want to play for your hometown squad and be good, or go to your hometown squad and suck ass, but get the bread. And these guys know how to get the bread now, right? So forget all of this. I mean, he's old school in this way where he feels some kind of way about Ronald Acuna or something, and the guys, because he didn't like Ronald Acuna. He wanted to, you know what I'm saying? He was trying to check.
Well, now remember, he wanted to go back to Atlanta, and now his argument is I fired my agent because I didn't hear about the final offer.
Right.
Which, by the way, a lot of baseball insiders say that happens a lot. You're not the only free agent that didn't hear about a final offer, because guess what? Here's the problem Freeman had that I heard from people. Unless you're actively involved in your free agency, they're not going to tell you every offer you have. Your agent responds to your energy. So clearly Freeman did not give Casey Close a whole bunch of energy about, hey, what am I getting? Where are we going? He didn't text him every day. What am I hearing about? So why would I text you about every offer you got? Hey, the Dodgers just won the World Series and they want you. Why would I text you about every offer?
That's what I'm saying. This is not a bad plan B. We ain't talking about Baltimore Orioles.
Exactly. I didn't send you to fucking Tampa Bay, Miami, fucking Baltimore.
Set up shop in Kansas City, Missouri.
And now you're mad and gonna fire me. Bro, did you text me? Hey, what are the Braves offer? So my point is, clearly Freddie Freeman didn't understand free agency. He didn't understand I got to be on my – dude, you pay your agent.
So what the fuck are we waiting for? We need to be agents, evidently, because we can talk to everybody. Fired up.
We're waiting on Mr. Mariner to matter. Go ahead, Mr. Mariner. Let's go. Whoa.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know why you have to be such a fucking douchebag and fucking try to be a hater all the time.
Go ahead.
I have some fucking genius ideas, but you just can't fucking jump on board and understand the aspect of the bigger and broader and fucking magnificent ideas I have. Ask homie about my sports bets. We're fucking golden when we get back in the game.
I don't know if I trust you to talk to a major league franchise front office on behalf of some clients. You know what I'm saying?
Talk to homie. The first thing I tell homie is, I don't know if I trust you.
I don't know if I trust you to go.
I knew I set myself up for that. I had to set it up, though.
You mean, we got a big name client, and I expect you to be like The Rock on Ballers? Yeah, no, I don't know, bro.
The Rock and, oh, shit, I forgot. I'm going to do this in the next week. Barcott. So since you're my neighbor now, Barcott.
You know what, homie? This is the one downside of him moving back.
I was about to say.
Yeah, Barcott, now that you're my neighbor.
I got to physically do this shit. It's his idea, but I got to physically do shit.
Yeah, because it's not like homie, where homie was like
idea, man.
30 miles away, but really like an hour away. So I couldn't go down there and fucking.
Homie, just so you know, I put in the address to his brother's house. It's like 3.5 minutes. I was like, fuck my life.
He's going to be knocking on the door.
Hey, my drunk ass might end up at his house one night, and his wife might just be like, Aaron, we're going to divorce.
No. Do not knock on the door, because my wife's a black woman. She will fucking whoop your ass. She'll beat your ass and then divorce me.
What the fuck you doing here?
Hang on, I have an idea. I have an idea. You forget about I have all these ideas.
I have been kicked out of the bed for noises downstairs that I didn't have the audacity to wake up to. Noises she woke up to. And my fat ass had the audacity to sleep through the noise. Got kicked out of bed, go figure that shit out. And I was like,
how dare you?
Yeah. And I was like, I got to grab the gun. No, just get downstairs. I was like, wait a minute. There's a gun? I don't care. Get down there. I was like, all right, baby.
Have either one of you guys ever had Terramana tequila?
Yes.
No.
Is it good?
Yeah. That's
cool. That's all I need. Hold up.
That's the
Dwayne
Johnson.
Stop.
Dwayne Johnson.
Yes, stop. That's my point.
So they handing
Barcott,
boxes.
We are gonna cut a promo for Terramana tequila, and we are gonna get a sponsor right there with Terramana tequila. Oh, he froze again. Or is his
No,
dumbass? Oh,
no,
his
he's not.
dumbass just sold. We're gonna get that was a perfect promo, dog. Because we're gonna do the Terramana tequila. I don't even drink tequila, but Terramana tequila, we're
It's
gonna do
fucking
it.
it's delicious, dude.
Oh,
I've
we're
had
gonna
it.
do it. The Rock loves Terramana tequila, obviously, because he is a owner of it. So Terramana tequila next time. Well, maybe not next time, but
Are you gonna write the copy for this commercial? Or
oh yeah, I'll figure it. I'll figure it out, dog. I got you.
oh no,
I have shit building right
a
now.
freestyle cut promo. Oh my
Free.
god, this is
Hey,
gonna
did I
be
not do it?
great.
Did I not
Make
do a
sure y'all tune
Nathan's?
in for this.
Did I
Tune
do
in
the
for
Nathan's?
this.
What
DVR this.
are you ready to do the Nathan's hot dog? Like, how was the promo that I cut for that? I cut a Leinenkugels one before. I'm gonna cut it all, baby.
Yeah, you getting there. You getting
I'm
there.
getting. I'm. Hey,
I would
steps.
write a copy, and then do it like that. Don't try to freestyle just yet.
I
You gotta
know.
crawl
Yeah,
before
no,
you
no
walk.
freestyle. I'm not you, homie. But you're gonna be part of this too, dog. So you better be ready to big tequila homie here soon.
I did write a fake ass commercial a while back. I don't know what I did with it. It
Oh,
was
I know
probably
you
in my
did,
notes
bro.
and I deleted it. But it was basically like one of them drug commercials with just a shitload of side effects, but all the side effects were all sports fan related side effects, like you'll become a couch potato, you'll want to make chicken wings on Sunday morning.
Ah.
You know what I'm saying? It was something like, I don't even remember what the product was, but I think it was a fake ass product. But anyway, I'm always on the
Hey,
job trying to stay
I
keep my
I
brain
know you
sharp, you know what
ready,
I mean?
dog. Hey,
So
we're gonna send that to the Rock at the Rock because I know he's gonna hear it. And hey, I'm not a tequila head, but after I drink this tequila, I will be. And you know what's gonna happen? Terramana
what?
Tequila is gonna be sponsoring the show, baby, because we're gonna cut it right.
We're gonna be doing
Well,
promos for dehydrated food buckets next, or what?
And this is funner.com will make it all
I'm,
happen.
I'm, I'm not, I'm not against that because I've had that tequila. I bought it from my downstairs bar. I'm not mad at it. So
Mm.
you do you. I don't drink it a lot, but when I've had it, I like it. So you do you.
See, I got ideas all day, bro. I got all
But
ideas
here's
all
my
day.
thing. Here's my question: is it an idea or is it an actual conversation?
Idea to concept.
I can't fault you for that. I can't fault you for that. It's an actual
It's an idea.
conversation. No, it's an
Yeah,
actual
It's an
conversation.
idea.
yeah.
Let's make it happen. Hey, what are we here for, brah? What are we all here for? Are we here to fucking shoot the shit and not get paid? Or are we here to fucking get paid and get this shit out there to everybody else, brah?
I got you.
Does anybody else want to fucking know about what's going on in the world? Does anybody else want to know the shit that happens before the shit happens when we already fix, and get on with everything? Because that's how we do. We get it going. What happened, homie? You good?
Yeah, hold up. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, Barca, I'm down, bro. I'm down.
I'm there with you, man. I'm there. I've had
I
it.
think
I like it.
I think this is part of the production meeting right now that we're actually
So
getting into.
that's what I was gonna say. Is Chris got to clip this piece out because I don't know that how this makes sense with the rest of it.
Yeah. No, I was just we're just, well, that's the thing. Is I close it out. We want to talk about baseball and all that shit, and then we talked about a lot of shit, which we knew this was going to be a long ass episode, right? And then we knew that we were going to discuss other things, and I think this is the perfect thing. We might as well just keep it on YouTube and just fucking fire it up and just let people know what we're due after hours at the same time.
It's got to be.
So we're looking for sponsors all the way.
If it's a business meeting, that's got to be a separate clip.
Right.
It can't be.
Yeah, we need a
public. It can't be public. I mean, it can be separate. Like when you start talking about the tequila, keep that separate so that you got something to sell. You got something to play off of. The public doesn't care until you have it secured. Once you've secured it, oh, now we pimp it.
Yeah, well, we're all live right now, so it
Well,
doesn't
that's
matter.
what I'm
But
saying.
I understand what you're saying, and then we'll roll with that. But we're looking for sponsors. So anybody out there who wants to sponsor the show, we're good with, and we'll plug you, and we'll if you're anybody in the Tri-Cities who does who has a spot that we could roll to, we could do that too. So we're around, and
Right.
I'm ready to do that. So we'll find those too. But we got a nice big homie over there in Federal Way chilling, and
Well, I'm saying if we're going to do a business meeting at this point, which is what it sounds like, we should probably clip the public viewing.
oh yeah, clip it out.
Yeah, like I don't know how you guys do it, but it should probably be clipped out since we're talking about
Yeah,
promotion.
thing
that's
is-
an offline conversation.
That's what I'm
We're
saying.
still
That's what I'm saying. It should be clipped off right now, unless we got something else to talk about. Then, I mean, you brought up the tequila, so
It's time to wrap it up because I don't want to give this dude one more second to be talking about some damn.
so I would tell
Welcome
Chris
to
kill this
Mariners
right now.
baseball. Shit, man, come on. Dog.
I feel it.
But look, yo, there's a lot of game plans and schemes that can be cooked up. We just need to figure out, put our heads together and see what kind of entertainment direction we about to go in. And then once we figure that out, like I said, it should get a little bit more refined, put a little bit more production value behind what we're doing. And, encapsulate it a little bit, a little bit tighter. And then, so we can put that fresh product out in the streets for everybody.
Yeah, and I think that with us being what we do, like 3 shows in the last like 6-8 weeks, it's like rough with everything that's been going on with the move and all that stuff. So
why is this still live?
Because I don't know how to cut it off without live, but
close
close
it out.
Put a thanks everybody for listening. We appreciate y'all. Go to thisfunner.com for more content and This Is Funner merch. So we got it all there. We'll check it out. And thank you all for listening. We appreciate y'all.
Stay connected and stay soon. Hey,
this is funner.com, baby.